ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good evening, good evening, man. It is your boy, LBFWN, once again with another one. Tonight's game is the Milwaukee Bucks against the Orlando Magic. And you guys already know the slogan already on the bottom. So you guys already know what it is. I am doing a late night, 8 o'clock game. Missed most of the first quarter. Apologize for that. Let me know who is in the stream as you come in. Once again, let me know as you come in. Right now, Bucks are leading 31-22. Let me know if there's any Milwaukee fans, Orlando fans up in the building. Let me know who is in the building. Who is in the building right now? Let me know who is in there. Definitely let me know who is up. Aaron Gordon with the throwdown. Let me know who was in the building right now. So Mo Bamba ducks the basketball. And Aaron Gordon with the assist. And the Bucks are up 31-26. Bledsoe with the basketball. Gives it to Brook Lopez. Posting up on Bamba. Looks like he traveled, but they call it and one on that play. So shout out to Brook Lopez. Gets into the paint and he draws the foul and one. So they call the foul on Mamba, but they're not going to count the basket. So ladies and gentlemen, you can see at the bottom of the stream, man, once again. Shout out to my boys in the building. Gideon, man. Peace out. Shout out to you. Alice49, Sub Lewis, you streamed their numbers the other day, man. That's what's up, man. I appreciate it. And Middleton tried to go up with the shot, but it is a 24-second violation. So we are in the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 9:42 remaining. It is. What is going on, bro? What is up, Gideon? What is up, Alistair? Appreciate y'all for coming in. He's got the ball, set screen by Mamba, dribbles into the paint, kicks it out to Augustine. Augustine dribbles left, passes it out. Misses. Rebound to Bledsoe. Bledsoe brings the ball up. He gives it to Brook Lopez. Lopez shoots the deep three and misses. And looks like Mo Bamba is limping right now. Carter Williams takes it to the paint, misses. And Antetokounmpo dribbles up the court all the way. Euro step layup. It is beautiful and it is good. And the Bucks lead 33-26, and we have a timeout by the Orlando Magic. Where do you rank Bron? I rank Bron number 8. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a timeout. It is 33-26 in favor of the Orlando Magic. So again, make sure that you like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and share the stream as you come in. Gideon says, where do you rank Bron? I ranked him number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Oh, what the hell? What? Oh, I'm like, what is this? What? What do I rank him? I have him at. I have Bron right now due to the injuries. I have him at number 5. So, he says, "Do you think the Magic will make the playoffs?" D Jefferson, what is up, my man? D Godfather Jefferson.
What's up with you, bro? Hey, you just got a screen up, like an overlay?
Yep. I got an overlay.
Okay. All right. No, that's cool. I just wanted to make sure I won't seeing things.
No. You good. No mirage here, man.
So you on commercial, right?
Yeah, one commercial.
All right, good. Chicken sandwich commercial?
Yep. Wait, chicken
Yeah,
sandwich? Yeah, we on Popeyes. Yep. So we
yeah,
on the same
we
street.
linked up. We right in the same spot.
Perfect.
Make
Yeah, because I have to
it
refresh it. So what I might do is I might put the overlays on and off as if a commercial, just to kind of make it that way. Kind of make it kind of cool as if like if it's an actual thing, and then we could just talk through. So that I think that'd be pretty cool. Kind of make it like an actual kind of game kind of thing. So give it like an intermission, like an actual stream. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that'd be pretty cool.
yeah,
So then
yeah.
when the game comes back on, I could just take them off and then go back. And so, ladies and gentlemen, once again, shout out to everybody who's coming through. It is your boy Lewis with the Godfather Jefferson, man, and we are doing Milwaukee Bucks against the Orlando Magic. A little bit late because I had some things going on and had to fix some things with the computer, man. But like I said, man, we do our best to kick it in with you guys. So once again, as you can see on the stream, make sure you subscribe right there on the ticker. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to subscribe to Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. And make sure to share the stream, man. Appreciate you guys for coming in. So there goes Terrence Ross. Looks like Mo Bamba got injured right before the timeout. And we are back into
Yeah,
the game.
I was
So
trying
check
to.
it out.
Oh, they bumped knees. Yeah, that's pretty painful.
Right.
He was
Let's
running
go.
up the court at one point. I mean, he was hobbling,
It was
but and see, that was a bad pass by Eric Gordon. He should have just tried to go up strong.
very fast. Brooke Lopez
Nice
shoots a
pass
three.
out by Giannis. And Brooke Lopez drains the three, guys. So it's 20. It's I'm sorry, 36 to 26, 10 back up to a double-digit lead. DJ Augustine brings the ball down, stops, pops for a three, and he's a little bit short. Giannis will snatch down that rebound, and he'll bring the ball up court. Giannis coast to coast, driving down on Powell, blocked from behind, but Giannis keeps the ball and dunks it back in. So nice defense by the Orlando Magic, but just not enough. Not enough for Giannis.
So Augustine with the basketball, dribbles left, gets into the paint. Guarded by Bledsoe, gives it to Gordon. Gordon crosses over Antetokounmpo, loses the handle, and they turn it over. And Giannis with the basketball.
And Gordon's done that about 3 or 4 times tonight. He's a nice pass to the corner by Giannis to Matthews, but
Matthews just misses a three. So here comes Aaron Gordon right back, being guarded by Kyle Korver. Nice solid defense by Kyle Korver right there, even though he's not known as a defender. He gets into the paint, double team, faces, shoots the shot, and runs in and out. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And that's what's been happening to the Magic. They've been having a problem finding the bottom of that net. So Bledsoe tanks a three, and Gordon gets the rebound, crosses up Kyle Korver inside to who was that? Carter Williams. Carter Williams kicks it back out to Augustine for the three. Augustine for another three. He misses both of them. Giannis comes down with this rebound, and Giannis will bring the ball. Giannis puts the Jets on inside to Lopez. Lopez misses the dunk wide open. So Ross will bring it coast to coast, gets the contact on Korver, but misses the shot. So Ross to the line for two guys. A lot of action and no points right there.
Beautiful job by Terrence Ross taking it coast to coast. It looked like Brooke Lopez got blocked from behind a little bit. Yeah, he got blocked from behind. That's why he couldn't finish the rim. So that was very good defense, good recovery by the Orlando Magic. And Terrence Ross is at the free throw line shooting 2 free throws. First free throw is off. No good.
So it's been poor free throw shooting on both sides of the ball tonight, guys, to tell you the truth. I haven't been too impressed with the Magic or the Bucks shooting. Giannis missed a couple himself, and so free throw shooting is extremely important, guys, especially in that postseason. You get into those late games, free throw shooting can mean the difference of a loss or a win.
Let me know if there's any Milwaukee fans or any Orlando Magic fans up in the building, man. We appreciate you coming in. Giannis with the basketball.
Any Bucks fans or Orlando fans. So Giannis with the 10 steps down in the lane, they didn't call the travel. I did see him move that pivot foot, but okay, here we go again.
What a block.
Yeah.
But a block, but a
foul. Who was that on the block there?
Don't know his name. I got to see that one.
What was his number?
I didn't even see it. I gotta check the replay. I gotta see. Let me see if I see it. Giannis at the free throw line, getting ready to shoot two. Here comes his first free throw attempt, and it is very bad. And that's the one thing with Giannis Antetokounmpo, ladies and gentlemen. That even though that he's having a career year in field goal percentage, points, rebounds, and assists, the one knock on him, even though he's shooting better from the mid range on the perimeter, he's still a poor free throw shooter, only 59% from the line. And you got to be a better free throw shooter if you're going to definitely be competing for a championship, especially being the best player in the game.
So he drains the second free throw. He must have heard you, Lewis.
Oh, yeah, he does definitely hear me.
What's up, Boxing Monster, a.k.a. Thanos? Luka MVP. Boxing Monster over here said Luka for MVP. Well, Luka got to step it up, man. But because Giannis is trying to run away with that thing again.
Yes, he is. And Giannis definitely has a chance to definitely come back and win this award again. I mean, he's having a career season, so for sure he can definitely do it.
Giannis with the stutter step, moving inside. Oh, that was Courtney Lee. They blocked him. Number one, that kid right there.
That was that's Isaac.
Okay.
Jonathan Isaac. Okay, now I know who that is. So we got 4:59 in the second quarter. Bucks up 41-27. Dante DiVincenzo with the basketball. Gives it Wilson Matthews 5 on the clock. Shoots a long three and misses. Offensive rebound, Antetokounmpo. He's being patient, being guarded by Aaron Gordon. Faces a double team, gets hit out the Bledsoe, shoots the three-pointer. No good. Offensive rebound, Wesley, but into the hands of Markelle Fultz.
So 48 with the three-pointer, and right off the top front of the rim, and Bledsoe with the rebound. Nice rebound by Bledsoe. He and Giannis kind of clashed there. Inside to Giannis. Giannis with the turnaround hook. Missed the first one, got his own rebound, turnaround hook again on Gordon, and scores the second one. So it's 41-27, 5 minutes and 15 seconds left. Augustine with the pass out to Fultz with the pump fake. Fultz step back jumper and hits nothing. Air ball. Eric Bledsoe, coast to coast. Eric Bledsoe is a strong player, but that was an ill-advised shot. He should have waited for help there.
So two under the basket.
Yeah. Gordon with the rebound. And Fultz with the ball, shoots a three-pointer, and no good back of the rim. So brick by Fultz, man.
Magic have not hit a three yet. Giannis dribbles, sets into the lane, kicks it right back out. Wesley Matthews corner three. It's good. Splash.
Nice three by Wesley Matthews, but where was the contact on Giannis, man? They like both of those guys bumped him. That's got to be a foul.
No foul call. Unbelievable.
All right. So Markelle Fultz with the floater inside, and he does hit that. Sometimes that's what it takes, guys, for these guys to see that basket go through the hole, and then they catch fire.
And the Bucks
he's a streaky player, so he is one that can catch fire at times. But Orlando Magic is going to need a lot of that if they plan on coming back.
So at the end of the so still with some time remaining in the second quarter on this timeout, we have 4-7. Bucks are up by 15, 44-29. And once again, catching with me and D on the LBFWN. Like the stream as you guys come in. And we are on a commercial break. So on this little intermission as we are in right now. So
yeah, so I like the way that Orlando is playing defense. They just got to find a way to drain some of their shots. Maybe take more high percentage shots, move the ball around a little bit, and stop jacking up threes because I don't know what it is with these coaches in the league today. I do understand that it's a three-point shooting league. That's what teams do. But you don't necessarily need that to come back. I mean, if you get a stop and you get 2 points. That's 2 free points. You know, if you do
Yep.
that 3 or 4 times, then you dug into a lead by 8 points. And so I don't understand the jacking up the threes all the time, but you get a lot of that in today's game.
Well, when it comes to jacking up threes, it's just the problem is that the mid range is not being used enough because now the element is you have to shoot threes and drive to the basket. That's what today's era is. I think if you utilize the mid, see the problem is when you don't utilize the mid range, it makes it very predictable. So it's like if you like to slash, I'm gonna force you to shoot from the outside. If you don't use the mid range and you utilize the three, I gotta chase you off that 3-point line. And that's why guys don't really hit the amount of mid-range shots because they don't work on it. So it doesn't make it a priority. So I really wish that someday the NBA gets back to the mid-range because it'll open up threes and it'll open up lanes to drive. You know, that's why the mid-range is very important. Very, very important.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Well, I'll tell you this. The Orlando Magic better figure something out because they going in to the halftime, what appears to be at this point probably down by a double-digit lead and against the hottest team in the league. You know, one of the 2 hottest teams in the league. I guess they would have to share that with the Lakers since they have the same record. But you know, one of the 2 hottest teams in the league. You know, it's not how you want to go into the half. You know, by a double-digit lead. And
no, you definitely don't.
Right.
No,
Gideon, what's up with you, my man? Appreciate you coming through and checking us out, bro.
Definitely, man. Gideon is the man, bro. So George Hill's got the basketball. Gives it to Giannis Antetokounmpo on the right wing. His triple team tries to shoot a fadeaway. No, fakes it. Gives it to Divichenko for the 3. Misses. Rebound, Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon brings the ball up. Left side of the floor being guarded by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Nice set, solid screen right there. Evan Fournier dribbles. He's got the ball, goes behind the back on Divichenko. Surveying the floor, shoots a left, right wing shot, misses in and out. Rebound, George Hill.
Great defense by DiVincenzo.
George Hill shoots the 3, off. Very short.
Right off the front of the rim. Markelle Fultz brings the ball down full speed ahead, goes right at Robin Lopez and gets fouled. So nice drive on Lopez by Fultz. That's what
Fultz has got to do. He's not a jump shooter, and he's not at that point yet. When he was in college, he had that jump shot, but that weird injury he had caused him not only to lose his confidence, but he lost feeling in his shooting arm. So what he needs to do is just focus on his strengths, and that's drive to the basket and be a slasher. Over time, work on his jump shot. And he knocks down the first free throw.
Yeah, bro, because you're right. After that injury, his shooting form just didn't even look as pure. And I mean, like, even when he shoots his free throw, you can see, like, it's just different. It's more effort into it. You know, before when he was in college, he used to throw that ball, was almost like Curry. It was just effortless. But after that injury, he's trying. You know what I mean? So Chris Middleton gets tied up, and Lopez gets tied up, and it should have been a 5-second violation. I mean, Lopez was just down there doing the shimmy and dance in the hole, but no call by the refs. I don't know how long they count 3 seconds for, but he damn sure.
Believe it. Lopez implementing the Charles Barkley rule. Nice bounce pass by Robin Lopez to Divichenko, who cuts to the
Now,
back.
that was a defensive slip by Ross because Ross tried to come down and sneak the steal on Lopez, and then it left DiVincenzo open for the cut. So bad defensive decision by Ross. So Ross drives the lane, stops, pops. He misses. Ilyasova with a rebound, passes the ball to DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo over to Chris Middleton. Middleton back to DiVincenzo at the top of the key. Vincenzo drives, gives it to Ilyasova. Ilyasova's foul going in the lane, so he'll go to the line for 2.
And on that replay, that was a beautiful bounce pass by Robin Lopez, instead of cutting Divichenko. And like D said, Terrence Ross did a poor job trying to get the steal, and it cost them. They got burned. Sometimes you don't take those necessary chances. It's
You
better
got to
defending
stay
your
in position in that zone defense like that. But when he lost his man, he tried to get back over to his man, but as he was shooting out, DiVincenzo was shooting right back by him to cut into the basket. So it left him a wide open lane. And that's what you cause when you get out of position, guys. That's one of the problems that Portland's having is Carmelo finding himself in the right position. He's playing well offensively, but you kind of mess up the offensive plays and the flow of the offense when you're not in the right position.
Aaron Gordon passes it out to Markelle Fultz, who has to dribble it back out. Good defense by Chris Middleton. Gets back, drives into the paint, faces a double team, gets stripped. Aaron Gordon picks it up, shoots the ball, and goes in and out. Rebound, Chris Middleton.
Middleton will bring it across the court, dribbles around the Lopez screen, stops, pops, and drains it for 49-31, back up to 18 points, guys. This matches the largest lead of the game. Ross almost traveled. Gordon with the three-pointer, and Gordon is off. And, it's what I was saying at the commercial break, guys. They got to stop shooting those threes and get the ball inside, get better ball movement.
Middleton shoots the three. And Terrence Ross brings the ball up. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, good. You good.
And Terrence Ross looks like he took the ball to the basket, but looks like he might have gotten a foul call on George Hill. George Hill picks up his second foul, and he is in disgust while Terrence Ross gets back to the free throw line. And like D mentioned, if you're the Orlando Magic, stop shooting long jump shots, take the ball to the basket, get some easy ones to get your confidence forward. Once you start to do that, then you take your mid-range shots in rhythm. You develop your rhythm when you get easy baskets, easy shots.
So and Terrence Ross the first one, 32-49, a minute, 12 seconds left in the half. And Ross up to shoot the second one, drains that. So it's 33-49, minute, 12 seconds left. And George Hill brings the ball up, dribbles around the Middleton screen, backs up, and throws the ball, seems right past Robin Lopez. George Hill is kind of bumbly a little bit right now. Not used to seeing George Hill. He's actually a solid player. He'll get himself.
But I didn't like that fumble pass he just did right there. That was a fumble Ruski to Robin Lopez going out of bounds. I don't know what that was about.
I don't know.
Fournier shoots a three and knocks it down, and the Magic are within 13, 49-36. 45 seconds left in the first half.
So Chris Middleton drives the lane, turn around, kicks it back out to George Hill. George Hill pops the three and drains it. Nothing but the bottom of the net. So they respond back with their own three, 52-36. 31 seconds left in the game. It's a 10-second differential from the game shot clock and the shot clock. So Fournier with the ball shoots another three, gets fouled and drains it. Possibly a 4-point play by Fournier. Did that go in?
Yeah, yes, that did go in.
Wow, nice play. That's on Connaughton.
Connaughton, yeah.
He didn't give him the room to land, and okay.
Got him from behind, and 48 knocks down the free throw. Knocks down the 4-point play. Shot clock is off. Middleton brings the ball up. The Magic are on a 9-3 run. Nice way to end the first half. Middleton drives right. Good job by Fournier. Nice little spin move. Spin move back again. Gets back out. Kicks it to Connaughton. Connaughton kicks it back out to Middleton. Middleton traveled, but it was kicked. Fortunately for him, because he traveled right in the air. He looked like he didn't know what to do. Fortunately, the ball was kicked.
One thing I don't like about Middleton, he's 6'11". Dude, shoot the ball over top of these smaller defenders, bro. That's one thing I like about Kevin Durant. He'll pull right up over these smaller guys and shoot right over the top of them. It's nothing they can do. It's not like they can get.
That's using your basketball IQ and understanding the mismatch. And Chris Middleton, a lot of times, does not understand that as compared to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is more cerebral player than Middleton when it comes to trying to use your size to your advantage.
Right.
That was a tough shot.
I mean, see, and that's the same shot. So he just shoots the tough shot in the corner over Fournier. But Fournier was the guy on him before. So he could have just stopped and popped right over top of Fournier. Fournier's not going to be able to get up there because Chris Middleton got legs under him. You know, you got to realize that. Fournier is what, 6'4"? I mean,
6'4", 6'5".
Like 6'5". Yeah, Middleton's like 6'10", bro. Like, you just shoot over this guy. What are you doing?
And Ilyasova is getting getting an interview for the first half. Speaks pretty good English right there.
I didn't know he spoke English that well.
Yeah, listening to him right now.
So six rebounds and 7 points. So Ilyasova was working on himself a double, which is that's good. That's good. A contribution from a guy like him for those Bucks. When you can get a double out of Ilyasova, that's excellent. I mean, like I said, this Bucks team is a deep team, maybe one of the deepest teams in the league. When you look at how solid these guys' players are.
Definitely, and the difference is though, when it comes to competing with some of these teams against the West, it's the question is who is going to be that second star compared with Giannis Antetokounmpo. So as deep as they are, you need that complementary star to complement Giannis Antetokounmpo, so that when he sits, there's somebody that can still be able to take over and create their own shot while they're on the floor, and especially with how much parity there is around the league. So that to me is a very important factor to know. So as deep as the Bucks are,
one thing that I've noticed about them, Lewis, is that they don't have one, but they have like a 1-2 punch. Because when Giannis is not really playing the way he needs to play, like these three guys step up and sort of like a 1-2 punch, and it'll either be Middleton and Bledsoe. Or Lopez and Middleton, or Lopez and Bledsoe, you know what I mean? They step up and they kind of start playing over expectation. And the addition of Kyle Korver to spread that floor, that was a pretty smart move by them too.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, go ahead.
I will say that the only question for them though is that, like, again, like, even though they got players stepping up, the key thing is that that's going to be regular season. The question I'm going to have is, are these guys going to step up if once defenses in the playoffs, especially the Eastern Conference teams, build a wall around Giannis? Number one, he's got to prove to the defenses that he can beat them from the outside. That's number one. And number two, when Giannis has a bad game, who's going to step up to the forefront, especially as they go deep? Because remember what happened, Chris Middleton and Eric Bledsoe, they played poorly when Giannis struggled in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Raptors. So they can't afford that again, or else they're going to be eliminated before they even reach the finals again. They have more expectations this year because they had the best record in the league last year. So that's another thing we got to take into account, that they had the best record last year in the entire NBA, not just the East. So they got more expectations. I mean, they've lived up to it so far. We just got to wait and see, though. So ladies and gentlemen, shout out to everybody who's been able to come through the stream so far. Just kicking it in with me once again, Basketball Live Talk, episode 7 with Koopy Don Luigi Lewis, with D the Godfather Jefferson. We are doing the Milwaukee Bucks and the Orlando Magic. Right now, it is the first half. Like I said, if there's anybody in the building, man, like I said, as you see in the bottom of the ticker on your screen, it says to make sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure to like the stream, make sure to share the content. And if you have any time, make sure you go subscribe to Speak Your Mind Sports Talk on their channel as well, man, because we truly.
That's what we're talking about. That's what's up, man.
On what?
Yeah, no, go ahead. My bad, bro. I was just the StreamYard. I saw the thing, but I was too busy loading videos and stuff, and I didn't pay attention. But the ticker you got running there at the bottom, that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, because whatchamacallit, they just added that for StreamYard. So when you go to the banners, it says that once you go there, and you create a new one, it'll show a little box when it says like have it as a ticker. You just type whatever you want to type and make sure you click that box. And then so next time that you put it, it says since it won't get in the way of like the bottom of the screen, it'll just be like at the teeny tiny bottom so that you don't really got to do much. So now you could just do that and leave it on the bottom. So and I said that's good because it doesn't really block anything. So like nothing is in the way. It's not in the way of us talking. So and like as dudes come in, they could just see that right there and see it saves a lot of time. So I like that little ticker right there. So it's very beneficial.
Yeah, I got an idea what to put there for mine.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. No, yeah, for sure. That's what's up. So ladies and gentlemen, it is the first half, and we're gonna go to the first half stats. I'm gonna keep it brief, and then we're gonna show some scores around the league as we always do on the LBFWN with D. So first half stats, we have Evan Fournier leads the Magic with 13 points in the first half. Let's look at the full box score right now. So let me pull that up real quick for you guys. So yeah, Evan Fournier leads the Magic with 13 points. Terren Ross has 7, and those are the high scores for the Magic. For the Bucks, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo with 13, and we have Ilyasova off the bench with 7 points at the half. So now let's go to the full box score. So the Magic are only shooting 29% from the floor, so that's not very good. The Bucks are shooting 38%. We have 14% from the three-point line for the Magic. We have 33 for the Bucks. The Bucks have missed 4 free throws, while the Magic are shooting 92% at the free throw line. So kudos to them. And then we also have, if there's anything that really stands out, it's nothing actually really stands out. But that just that the Bucks. And then get them from those you love. Just the Bucks have. Or shipped to your home. We have even more ways sorry about that, guys. Get this top-rated Husky mechanic commercial. Doers get more done. Trying to see how I could cancel that. Trying to get that sound off. Looks like it was good. There we go. Sorry about that. That shows up on the. Also, like I was saying, guys, like the only thing that really stands out is really more so points in the paint. The Bucks are winning that +8, and they've got 14 assists as a team and 8 offensive rebounds. So pretty much getting killed on the boards and, just dominating and posing their will in the paint. And like D. Jefferson said, if you're the Orlando Magic, you want to attack the basket because you're not making your shots. You're only 2 of 14 from 3. You got into the line +9, so you're getting the Bucks in foul trouble. You want to continue to draw fouls, stop the clock since you're down by double digits, take points off the board, and like I said, make the Bucks foul. You get key players in foul trouble, it becomes a different game. So D, what are you looking for the Orlando Magic? What do they need to do in the second half if they're going to get back into this ball game?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this: Orlando, they're playing pretty good defense, but they're gonna have to, produce better ball movement because they're not moving the ball around. They're jacking up 3-pointers, some contested shots. So I would say better ball movement. Try to get higher percentage shots. Work on the defense. Like I said, the defense they're doing well with that. Just keep defending well, get some stops. But when you get your stops, stop jacking up these threes and go down there and put some ball movement in and get you an easy layup or short jumper, floater or such. But outside of that, it's just going to be tough. Like I said, you don't want to go into the half with a double-digit deficit against one of the hottest teams in the league. So doesn't matter the amount of defense they play, the amount of stops they get. It's still a matter of the team that they're playing. And, to be perfectly honest, Orlando doesn't really have the talent to mount comebacks. If they mount a comeback on the Bucks, it's going to be the lack of what the Bucks do, in my opinion.
Okay. And so, ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, let's look at the comments in the first half. Let's look. Alistair says, "What's up, Lewis? Your stream did numbers the other day. I want to tell you. Oh, yeah, that Kings Mavericks game, I did not expect the amount of views that I got on that game yesterday. I got over 1.6
Oh,
1.6.
wow.
I mean, over 1K views on that one.
Awesome.
1.6K views. So that was awesome. 64 live. I mean, I had as much as like about 113 people watching live. So that was what's up. Let me see. Gideon was basically talking about saying that the Lakers are facing the Milwaukee Bucks on December 19th. So that's going to be. He asked me, "Do you think the Magic will make the playoffs?" I think they're gonna, unless they make a big move, because they struggle on offense. This is not a very good offensive team. Unless they make some kind of move, I don't see the Magic making the playoffs. Even if you say weak East, now that's tough. And Rockets and
Yeah.
Clippers are also December 19th. So that's another huge game. Wow, if that's a back to back, that would be fun to do. That would be huge. So while D goes back, let me just keep reading. Jay says, for the Bucks to reach full potential, they would have to trade Eric Bledsoe. He disappears too much for a championship contending team. I really said that I feel like they could have used a point guard like I mean, who do you guys think would benefit? So Jay, now that you're putting that up, who do you think you would trade Eric Bledsoe for to replace in that point guard spot in the starting lineup, or at least move George Hill to the starting lineup since he has the experience and have somebody come off the bench playing point guard? Like, who do you think? Or you got guys in the chat. Let me know who you guys think you would trade Eric Bledsoe for. Since you feel like he disappears a lot in big games, and it's true. Eric Bledsoe has not played well in big games. I remember that first round series against Boston 2 years ago. Hey, Lewis and D, everybody. Shout out to my man Jay in the building. Shout out to Jay. Appreciate you, man, coming through on this Monday. I hope your channel doesn't get deleted, bro. Yeah, man. I heard what's going on with YouTube, man, and all these changes that they're about to make. It's I really hope. I mean, that's for everybody.
We good, man. We ain't gonna get no deleted channels.
Exactly. We ain't doing nothing wrong. Besides, I got an email the other day saying how much they appreciated how much time people are pretty much watching. So numbers coming in there. So I'm doing my thing.
What's
Gideon
up,
says,
Layla?
the Magic missed the playoffs. Who gets in? I gotta revisit that question. But anyway, shout out to my girl Layla in the building. She says, "Hey guys, what is going on, Layla? Man, appreciate you for coming in." And we are still on a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, make sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, man, if there's any Milwaukee Bucks fans up in the building that are excited about their 20-3 Milwaukee Bucks, let me hear you stand up. If any Orlando Magic fans in the building, let me know, man. Definitely let me know.
Gideon got a point. I will say Gideon got a point about the Magic. They look good to get in, but the Pistons. Oh, excuse me, sorry guys. The Pistons are going to make a surge, bro. So you got to watch out for the Pistons. And the Bulls they're working things out. Like they're trying to get things together. Both of these teams are going to have some players coming back. So it's going to be a battle there at the bottom, Gideon. And I can just imagine that battle is going to be between the Bulls, the Pistons, the Magic, and the Nets.
But you know what, D though? I think Brooklyn is in a better position than those teams that you mentioned. And but what I will say is that when Kyrie Irving comes back, I hope that he's watching. The Brooklyn Nets have played very well, even though they lost to the Nuggets yesterday on Sunday, and I did the game live for that one. They move the ball very well in Kyrie's absence. And if I'm Kyrie, I find a way to blend myself into that system. Because if he starts trying to act like 6'2" Kobe Bryant, they're gonna have problems. Because that ball really stops moving at times when he tries to take over a game because he feels like he's got to score, and that's what Kyrie is best at, scoring. But I think Brooklyn is better. They have a very deep team, and they're still missing key players. So I think when everybody gets healthy, they're gonna be much better. As the season goes along. LeBron is low with a smile. Right back at you, man. Pretty smile as always, Layla. Appreciate you. Gideon says, who you think is going to win the MVP? It's early for me to say, but if I had to pick MVP, I'm looking down between Giannis Antetokounmpo, Anthony Davis, and Luka Doncic. My MVP, would have to be. I'm gonna go with Giannis Antetokounmpo, but I could see them giving it to Luka Doncic, just simply because of what the Mavericks have accomplished. Especially, nobody expected the Mavericks to be this good and this high in the West. So those are like my in between two MVPs. But if I had to pick one, I pick Giannis, just because he's even better. He's playing even better than last year, and the Bucks are tied with the Lakers for the best record in the league.
Right. I would pick Giannis, but I do think, like, going on what Lewis said, I do think that Luka would be selected, because another thing they're not going to want to do, and I tell you now, is they're not going to want to give out. They're not going to want to give that back-to-back MVP. You got to really earn that thing to get it back-to-back like that. So I don't know, man. But listen, I don't understand like this, bro. I know that people, James Harden's on an offensive tear and all of that, but bro, he averaging 6 rebounds, 7 assists per game, along with those points. I mean, I believe he has to be in the conversation.
Oh, he will be. Ladies and gentlemen, the game is back, and Fournier drove the ball to the basket, lays it in, and the Magic have cut the lead to 10. And the Magic are listening to D. Jefferson, so they must have been on his channel. They're driving that ball to the basket now. And Giannis comes right back and hits
Giannis bangs a three. Wow, Giannis Antetokounmpo. See, it gets scary trying to come back when you got guys like Giannis Antetokounmpo that comes in banging. My man, Actual Facts in the building. What's up, Actual Facts? Appreciate you coming through, bro. Just having some Bucks and Orlando Magic action. The score right now is 45-55. And Middleton just drains a three, so now it's 58-45. 13-point lead by the Milwaukee Bucks. 10 minutes and 45 seconds left.
And Fournier misses the three, and Giannis brings the ball up on that rebound. Giannis attacks the rim. Beautiful spin move, gets into the paint, and misses. That Giannis has such a long stride, man. It's just unfair to guard this guy when he's in the open court. So Aaron Gordon's got the basket.
Good evening, everyone.
And a pleasant good evening to you guys. Markelle Fultz shoots and now drains it from the free throw line. How about Markelle Fultz showing the confidence on that jump shot? And it is 58-47 Milwaukee Bucks by 11. Early third quarter.
So y'all just waiting at the 3-point line wide open, and they pretty much left them there. They didn't even try to defend them out there. So looks like Aaron Gordon might have hurt himself going up for the block. Looks like he hit his hand on the rim. Yeah, he's holding it.
Wow, looks like he got hurt. Oh, man. Wow.
I thought he hit it on his elbow, maybe. On Giannis's elbow.
Wow. And Giannis.
I tell you what, man. Yeah, he's still hurting.
Oh, man, Aaron Gordon. And that's the thing with Aaron Gordon. He's a very talented player, but he, once again, he has a tendency to get injured, man. He is an injury-prone player. And ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Micaiah Brown, listening from the Milwaukee. Finally, I got a Milwaukee Bucks fan. Appreciate you for coming through the stream as you're listening. I appreciate that, Micaiah. So shout out to Micaiah in the chat, kicking it with us as you're listening and watching the Bucks, listening to the Bucks and the Orlando Magic. And Markelle Fultz with a beautiful move with the right hand on the reverse on Brook Lopez, and he scores. And the Magic cut it back down to 10. Everett Bledsoe gets into the lane, kicks it right back out to Brook Lopez, misses the three, rebound, and Evan Fournier has the ball. Go ahead, dude.
Now, this is what they need to do. They need to get the ball movement and go inside, high percentage shots. Well, he tried, which was a good pass by Fournier, but the ball got hit out of bounds. Good defense by the Bucks. But I think that, again, I don't want to say that they heard me, but they got the message somehow. Like, get high percentage shots, and now they're shooting the ball in closer, not just jacking up threes. And that's what it's going to take to get back.
And that's Markel Fultz misses. Giannis has got the ball in the post, being guarded by Aaron Gordon. Post up, good defense. Giannis dribbles down. Oh, one-legged fadeaway by Giannis. That was a nice shot, but just missed it. Rebound, Evan Fournier. Fournier brings the ball up, gives it to Aaron Gordon, being guarded by Brook Lopez. Got some mismatch, takes it to the paint, kicks it back out, and we have a. Is it a defensive 3-second or offensive? Oh no, it's a defensive 3-second violation. So that's a technical, and Evan Fournier will go to the free throw line for the technical.
So nice save by Middleton. Almost lost the ball out of bounds. Shoots it down to Bledsoe. Bledsoe over to Giannis in the corner. Giannis with Gordon one-on-one, goes in on him, loses the ball around. Same fadeaway jumper, misses again. Did my screen jump? Oh, okay, it was showing up. Yeah. That was a replay. I was like, is this deja vu? It's like the same play.
Yeah, no, I think they replayed that stream because I had to refresh it. Eric Bledsoe gets into the lane and he turns it over because it's 59-50 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to restream that.
Well, mine jumped too.
Yeah, they done effed up on that one. Markel Fultz tries to pass the ball and gets stolen by Wesley Matthews. Wesley with the pass to Giannis. Beautiful bounce pass on the fast break to Giannis. 61-50, Bucks by 11. And looks like Aaron Gordon kind of hurt his elbow again on that steal that Wesley Matthews got on him when he tried to receive the pass. Yeah, he's favoring it right now, kind of. So Markel Fultz has got the ball. Nice little screen. Markel gets it to the paint, tries to step through, passes it. 24. Markel gets it back, shoots a jump shot, and just misses. Oh, man. And shout out to Michaela who liked and she subbed, man. I appreciate you. Middleton shoots the 3, in and out. Rebound, Gordon.
Michaela. Wow, that thing really went inside of the rim and bounced out. So Gordon comes down. That's a travel.
What's that player that's number 24?
Let me find out for you real quick, brother.
Let me see who that is. Let me find out right here if I go to ESPN. That is
Kim Birch.
Okay, Ken Birch.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him either.
Kim Birch.
That makes 2 of us. Okay, Brook Lopez shoots a 3, and he knocks it down.
You know what I don't understand is why they collapse. Orlando's not playing really good defense right now. There's no way they should collapse 3 on Bledsoe. 3 players collapse on Bledsoe. And I don't even know if he requires a double. Everybody on the damn court is taller than him, so they should be able to defend it well.
Yeah, and here's a question I have, D. Why do you need to send 3 guys at Eric Bledsoe and you leave Brook Lopez open in the corner for 3 when you know he shoots the 3 very well?
Right.
Good defense by Wesley Matthews. Bad defense.
Right.
Beautiful defense.
Yeah, they've been off on the defense a lot tonight, and that's not going to help them get back in. So there's Fournier jacking up another 3. That's off. Bledsoe with the rebound. Bledsoe comes down with the ball. Giannis comes up for the screen. Both Giannis and Brook come up for the screen. Bledsoe kicks it back to Giannis. Giannis spins down into the lane. Looked like a travel, but they didn't call it. Giannis scores 66-50, back up to a 16-point lead, guys.
The Bucks are on a 7-0 run, folks. Giannis has 21 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Ladies and gentlemen, like the stream as you come in. And Gordon turns it over. Middleton gives it to Giannis. Giannis pushed off with a little stiff arm, and he gets called for the offensive foul. We don't need any more running backs, man. Save it for the NFL, dude. It's basketball.
I think that honestly that was justice being served because, to tell you the truth, Kim Birch was moving on that screen he set and called that. So when Giannis came down and got that offensive foul, that might have been kind of justice served, karma, or so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
That was a clear screen violation by Kim Birch, but they didn't call it. So,
yeah, that's true. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button as you see right there on the ticker. Make sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and I'll speak to my sports talk. So let's go to my man Jay in the comments. He says Lakers have had the easier starting schedule, but their gauntlets are coming. That's a fact. Clippers are working to get healthy, and only a handful of games behind the Lakers. Lakers playing their playoff ball now. That is a little bit concerning, just for the fact that you're just hoping they don't go so full throttle. But it's also important to recognize that they kind of do need to lock up that number 1 seed, because remember, home court advantage is very important. Layla says smash that like button. And shout out to Michaela for liking and subbing to the channel. Appreciate her. Welcome to the family. Their gauntlet. She liked and sub. She says, Layla says, Jay, I know, but you can tell LeBron got back on his medicine boost and is playing very well. I told you, he went to Wakanda to get his vibranium. For the first time, he's not the best guy on his team.
Is that your thumbnail?
Which one?
That you got on the screen there now? Yeah.
I think that's the one that I got on my screen, but the thing is I can also switch up for another one though. So I kind of mix them up. Oh, how to put the overlay?
Yeah.
Oh, basically what you do is whatever picture you get and you download on the internet, once you save it to your computer, what you do is you go to where it says brand, right? And then when you go to overlay, there's going to be a plus button. You press that, and then your folder's going to pop up. And then whatever picture you want to put, you just upload it, and then it's going to upload. And then you just press show, and then it'll show on the screen as an overlay.
I see that.
I actually like doing these though. These are dope. I actually like it. So whatchamacallit? So the Bucks, they lead the league in contested shots, folks, showing some stats. They're number 1 in defending the 2, and they're number 1 in defending the 3. So that shows you how great defensively the Bucks have been all season. So it shows you that this team, they do a very good job at contesting shots. Shout out to the Bucks. And Layla was basically fast. That's very right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Giannis gets into the paint, gets partially blocked, and he puts it up and in, but he is called for a travel. So, yeah, Giannis did take some extra steps right there.
Yeah, he took a lot of steps. Giannis is strong, though. He had that ball in between all of those guys.
Yeah, Giannis is a problem. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, So, and the Magic almost turn it over. Birch gives it out to Fournier. Fournier dribbles around Brook Lopez, shoots the fadeaway shot, and misses another bad shot. They could have gotten something better. Birch with the offensive rebound gives it to Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan tried to end Giannis's life, and he said, hell no. Gets the ball back and tries to cross over. And what do we have here? And the foul is on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And, man, unbelievable.
Isaac tried to take it straight to Giannis. I like that.
Yeah, Jonathan Isaac tried to baptize Giannis. He said, in Lord, in the name of Jesus Christ. But Giannis said, I'm not trying to get baptized today. So it did not happen.
He almost did it. He took the wrong angle, but he had the inside. He could have got that dunk on. That would have been poster rise.
Definitely lit. And Markel Fultz tries to throw it up and gets blocked from behind by Bledsoe. Good help defense by Eric Bledsoe right there. And that's the thing about the Bucks, D, and I think you could attest to agree. They're not just very good one-on-one, but they're very good with their help defense.
Yeah, good team defense. That's where they stay in position where you will find the Magic out of position a lot of times. That's how they get in those lanes and get those steals on those passes. So that's a nice shot off. They don't want to let him get hot because he'll bring them back in the game really quickly.
Yeah. Fournier is a streaky player, but when he gets hot, he's difficult to guard. Oh, beautiful pass by Bledsoe. Good patience to Pavlichenko right there on the layup. Good cut.
That was nice. Fournier kind of reminds you of damn, you know what? I had it at the tip of my Patty Mills with the Spurs. Patty Mills streaky, but when he gets hot, man, that dude is like, he just goes on fire. He'll put up 25 points on you quick.
That's a solid comparison. Giannis spin move into the lane, lays it up and in, and the Bucks are up 70-55 in the third quarter, 4:45 remaining in the third.
Kim Birch didn't even try to jump. He just knew better. Like, let me just go ahead and stay on the ground.
Right? Isaac with the jab step gives it to Fournier. Fournier comes off the screen, shoots a shot, miss. Rebound Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Orlando's offensive sets are just it's no movement. They're not playing strong, and they're not going to get back in this game that way.
Giannis wide open. Another three. And what I noticed, Giannis is shooting that three-point shot with confidence. He is a little bit slow. I think if Giannis can get himself a little bit of a quicker release, he'll be much tougher for the defense to guard.
And he doesn't really need much right now of a quicker release because no one respects him. All the teams leave him out there wide open. And
no,
so
they do.
These are basically almost practice 3-pointers because there's nobody in the vicinity when he shoots these things. So,
well, Giannis is by himself.
To worry about his release right now. When people start defending him, he will though.
Well, Giannis was by himself in the gym shooting that 3-pointer. Dobochenko comes off the dribble, misses. Offensive rebound, ball was being tapped up like a volleyball. And into the hands of the Magic. Fultz drives all the way to the basket. Nice pass to Isaac, and he dunks the basketball. See, the Magic are going to have to get some baskets in transition. Like, get themselves until they can figure them out what to do on the offensive end. Get some easy ones in transition.
Yeah, high percentage shots, man. Layups, 15-footers. That's what I was saying, during the halftime. That's what they're going to have to do to get back in the game. And it's a nice block right there by Isaac. Fournier stops. Passes it over to Ross. Ross hits the three this time. So the Magic finding a little offense here, and it's down to an 11-point lead from 16. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third quarter.
Giannis with the basketball. Dribbles, stutter step, passes it out to Dobochenko, shoots the three-pointer. Good again, and the Magic take it right back and lead 76-62 with 2:30 left in the third quarter. Both teams shooting very well from three-point range in this third quarter.
Yeah, Magic 3 for 5. Bucks 5 for 7. So 60%, 71%. That's high percentage from that 3-point line. So Ross puts up another 3 and drains it right in the face of Fournier. And I don't think the Bucks like that, so they call a quick timeout. They see a little bit of momentum shift going on here.
Indeed, you called it. You don't want to see Fournier hot, but listen, Terrence Ross has had a couple of games in his career where he's knocked down a good amount of threes. He had a game where he knocked down 10 threes. So it just told you that Terrence Ross is very capable of knocking down three-point shots. So if you're the Bucks, you don't want to let those two guys get hot because those guys have been carrying the Magic in the third quarter. They're still within striking distance. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is 76-65 Milwaukee Bucks. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel as you come in. Appreciate you guys for coming through tonight. And let us check in the chat, see what's happening in the chat. Makaya says the Bucks have been on point. They have so far, but they better be careful with the way they're kind of letting the Magic get back in this game. Layla says G Money's pretty dope. Don't know who was talking about with Gideon, but let me see if I missed that. Gideon says between the Suns, Wolves, Spurs, and Blazers, which two teams do you want to see in the playoffs? I'll give you that question, D. Who do you want to see in the playoffs between Suns, Wolves, Spurs, and Blazers?
Spurs and the Blazers.
I don't
think the Suns and the Wolves have the ability to take it to that next level. The Spurs and the Blazers can. They can make it out of the first round, and they can cause some of those higher teams problems. The Suns and the Wolves, they won't get it done in 7. Not in my opinion.
Well, the Spurs and the Blazers can make the playoffs, but I am very iffy on the San Antonio Spurs getting out of the first round, especially because last year, yeah, they went to 7 games with Denver, but they actually lost the first-round series. Actually, they've lost the first-round series in the last 2 seasons. One was to Golden State, and then the other one was to Denver just last year. So he says Blazers and Pop. LeBron and Layla. Oh, okay, that's me. Let's see. Alistair believes that the Bucks are going off this season, but this isn't going to hold up. Well, to be honest with you, Alistair, the regular season is all nice. It's just the key for me is going to be Middleton and Bledsoe in the playoffs, and with Giannis.
Yeah, go ahead, Lewis.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that again, like Giannis is gonna have to beat teams from the outside when they game plan a 7-game series, and Middleton and Bledsoe are gonna have to step up because Middleton and Bledsoe were not great in the playoffs last year, especially when they faced a team like the Raptors in the Eastern Conference Finals, a team with a great defense.
Yeah. So I was just gonna tell Alistair that you better hope that the Toronto's play is what holds up, not the Bucks. So
yeah, that too.
DiVincenzo blocked, but picked up by Connaughton. And Ilyasova drives the lane, step back jumper, drains it. So the Milwaukee Bucks come right back off the commercial break where they left off, 78-65, back up to a 13-point lead. DJ Augustine with the ball at the top of the key. He's looking for someone to pass it to. He decides to dribble it in, tries a backwards pass to Aaron Gordon, but kicked by George Hill. So they should put 14 seconds. Yep, they did. 14 seconds back on the clock. Augustine brings the ball in, passes it to Carter Williams. Carter Williams back to Augustine. Augustine dribbles around the screen, floater inside and drains it. 68-78, 11-point lead. George Hill brings the ball down, kicks it off, tries to kick it to Connaughton, but Connaughton turned his back and it went off of his back right into the hands of a Magic player, and they come down, and DJ Augustine drains the three. So it's back to a single-digit lead, guys. 8 points, 70-78, Bucks up.
And Connaughton misses the three, and here comes Michael Carter Williams, brings the ball up, passes it out to Jonathan Isaac, shoots the three, and it is good. And ladies and gentlemen, what do you know? It is a 5-point game. Here come the Orlando Magic. I told you, getting them in transition. Like D talked about.
As I was saying, going into the commercial, guys, it was a well-deserved timeout by the Bucks because you could see the momentum shifting. And clearly it has shifted in Orlando's favor. So George Hill will drive, gives it to Robin Lopez for a top of the key three-pointer, and he hits nothing. So I'm going to say this about Robin Lopez. He needs to stick to his game, and that's down in the hole. Let his brother be the one to shoot the threes. He's not a three-point shooter, and I don't know why he's starting to try all of this.
Robin Lopez thought he was getting a prize at a carnival and missed it badly on that shot, so I don't know what he was thinking on that, trying to shoot the three.
Well, I think he's 0 for 4 tonight.
Yeah. Augustine came off a screen, shoots a three, but just misses. Ball goes in and out. Rebound to Chris Middleton. We got 7 seconds left.
Cal Corvo on the rebound. He passed it over to Chris.
Okay, but Ilyasova knocks it down. Big shot. And
nice double by Ilyasova.
That was a nice shot by Ilyasova.
Sorry about that, Lewis. Yeah, I just kind of got excited with that turnaround shot that Ilyasova hit. Looked like a turnaround. Looked like a mix between a Jordan and a Dirk Nowitzki shot because he was a turnaround and then he had that leg out there.
Hey, D, it's no problem. Even though we're professionals out here, there's nothing wrong with being fans too. I mean, as long as we keep an objective mind, which we do on this channel and on Speaking My Sports Talk. So ain't no problem being a fan. As a matter of fact, I was acting like a fan in last night's Kings Mavericks game. Man, that game was wild. It was so wild, man, that there was a point I couldn't even contain myself doing the commentary for that game. Like it was just unbelievable. And I really thought that they were going to get blown out, and it ended up being such a beautiful close game, and the Mavericks almost came all the way back. But it just wasn't meant to be, though. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of the third quarter, 83-76 Bucks on the LBFWN. This is Basketball Live Talk, Episode 7 with Lewis and D Godfather Jefferson. Make sure you are looking at the ticker if you are looking into this video. Make sure to like the stream. Any Milwaukee fans in the building, any Orlando fans in the building, you guys can kick it in with us, man. We appreciate you guys, no doubt, for coming in through this live stream on this Monday. kicking in with us, Magic Bucks. Shout out to Micaiah Brown, a Milwaukee Bucks fan from Milwaukee, listening to this game. She liked the video and subbed to the channel, and I just want to say thank you to her, and I want to appreciate her for subbing to the channel. And I gotta say, Micaiah, once again, welcome to the family. Welcome to the WN gang. You are much appreciated, man. So shout out to you. And once again, if you have it,
that goes for me too, Micaiah. We appreciate you. Basketball Live with Lewis and D. We just cranking it up, and this is what we need for people to share this. This is interactive live. You know, a lot of times you watch basketball on television. You know, the announcers, Marv Albert, and those guys are not going to interact with the people watching them, but we're going to interact with you guys and answer questions and give you guys stats. You know, joke and laugh and have a good time while we watch these basketball games. So we appreciate you coming.
And that's right, because on these lives we have a lot of fun, man. And it's like we interact with the chat, we interact with the audience. That's what it's all about. You guys are a part of this commentary as much as we deliver it, play by play and color. So that makes it fun. I feel like you guys are the second set of color commentators too. And sometimes you're our play by play when our stream is probably from behind and you guys are more ahead. So that's why it just shows you how much we work together, man. Like I said, we make each other grow. So that's what we truly appreciate you guys as always. So thank you for sticking with us, man. And the fourth quarter's just started, folks. And yet again, Robin Lopez was trying to get that prize and decides to shoot a three and won't stick his ass in the paint and misses. So who's got the ball now? Looks like it's Carter Williams. Nice pass to Aaron Gordon. Tries to baptize Robin Lopez there, but gets the foul. Robin Lopez said, I will not get the christening, so you're going to have to earn it from the free throw line.
And see, so that's what I'm saying about this Bucks team. They're a lengthy team. No one's going to come and abuse these guys in the hole. You don't even have Giannis on the court, which we know that he's the best defender on the team, but you got one of the Lopez brothers. You got Ilyasova and Middleton. Both of these guys are like, they're a lengthy team down there. You're not just going to muscle these guys in the hole or control the boards. You know, you're going to have to work for it.
Yeah. And the free throws are good, both from Aaron Gordon. So we are down to 6. It is a 6-point game. 80-74 Milwaukee Bucks. Ball is to Kyle Korver. Gives it to Robin Lopez. Yeah, please don't shoot the three before I start faint.
That's what I'm talking about Lopez. He's got to get down and go to the hole. That's what he does better. He's better than Brook Lopez down there, but Brook is better than him on. So stay in your lane, know your role.
Exactly, and he's very good. He has better footwork in the paint. Terrence Ross gets into the paint, but he draws the foul. Oh wait, was that Terrence Ross who drew the foul? Not sure, but look, as Dee talked about, look at Robin Lopez. He puts the ball on the floor, gets in the post, good position, good pivot, spin move, jump hook is good. He needs to stick down there, as D. Jefferson said. Stay down there. Your brother's the better three-point shooter.
Nice defense by Lopez. Nice defense down there. Kyle Korver brings it, passes it down to Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton around the Lopez screen, stops, pop, misses. Lopez almost with the rebound, and Ilyasova almost with the steal. So Aaron Gordon brings it down, passes it over to Ross. Ross defended really well by Chris Middleton. Middleton trails him, misses the three-pointer. Middleton comes down with the rebound, and he'll bring it across court. Right over to Ilyasova, and picked off by Aaron Gordon. Nice defense by Gordon. Gordon's coming right down. With the nice pass is that Carter Williams on the inside for the layup. So 82, 6-point lead, guys. 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
And what I've loved about the Magic is that they're playing better defense, getting more active hands, and they're pushing the ball in transition, and they're attacking the paint. Much better job. And they listen to you, D. They're starting to do it. And as soon as I say that, beautiful high low. That was a beautiful high low right there with Chris Middleton and George Hill to push the lead back up to 8.
So here out the ball, it looks like he's fine. And nice floater by DJ Augustine fading away on the baseline. So George Hill dribbles right around DJ Augustine and takes it right in on Mo Bamba. Nice move and cut to the lane by George Hill. 86-78, guys. 4 minutes and 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
So very good job by both teams attacking the basket by the guards, using their dribble. And beautiful shot by Augustine right there. Again, using the screen, just missed the shot. And here comes George Hill, takes it through the entire Orlando defense. Nice pass from Korver. Good ball movement. Middleton for three, and it is good. Splash. And the Milwaukee Bucks go back up by 11, and we have a timeout by Orlando. Good ball movement by the Milwaukee Bucks on that last possession, and on Robin Lopez making that extra pass.
And I'm really impressed by the composure of this Orlando team, because a lot of teams can get flustered, man. When you're playing, the number one, the Eastern Conference team, and you have this superstar Giannis on there, and you keep trying to mount comebacks, but they keep putting you behind. A lot of teams get flustered behind that. But Orlando is staying focused, and they continue to dig in, right? So, I got to give them respect for that, because, some teams you see leads like that just blow up to 25, 26-point lead. But before they get out of hand, Orlando Magic dig down and bring them back down. So it's a pretty good game. I mean, although the Bucks have been controlling the majority of the game, it's still been a pretty good game. Orlando's putting up a pretty good fight.
No question about it. Definitely all points, all great points right there. So let's see what's going on in the chat real quick. And so let's see, we're going to go down right here. Oh, wow, they're even talking about NBA 2K20. And shout out to Layla once again. She says to smash that like button as you come in and say hello, guys. Appreciate that. And like Layla says, man, if you haven't, make sure to like the button, subscribe to the channel, share the stream. Make sure to subscribe to Speaking My Sports Talk as well if you haven't done that yet. And she says Makaya is goating right now. Yes, Makaya is the GOAT for even subbing to this channel. I appreciate that. And for coming through. We got a Milwaukee Bucks fan in the building. D, let me tell you, I had a lot of Kings and Mavericks fans last night when I did that game. Like, it was unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. Like, just back and forth. I had people from 7 different countries coming into the live, and they all ended up subbing to the channel when I did that game.
Yeah, I saw that your sub numbers went up, bro. Congratulations. I seen that. It went up to like 517. So you gained a good amount of subs off that game last night.
Yeah, man. And I can't wait for Wednesday. You know why? Because Kawhi Leonard is going back to Toronto. The Clippers are playing the Raptors tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, Wednesday. Yeah. So that's going to be a big game.
We all over that, because that's one of our days now.
So make sure that Alistair for sure, Alistair 49 will definitely be there for that one. He ain't gonna miss that. And
he might miss that. It's a good chance they lose, and he don't want to be around when that happens.
Well, he'll be getting his massage though.
So guys, we back in the game. Isaac comes in, steps back with a 15-footer and drains that. Chris Middleton will bring the ball up the court for the Milwaukee Bucks. He dribbles, passes it off to Giannis. Giannis pulls Isaac all the way back out, steps back in, spins on him, almost loses the ball, misses the shot. Isaac taps it over to, it looks like Ross. Ross drives the lane, and offensive foul on Ross. Nice defense by Ilyasova to plant his feet and stand there and take the contact.
Yeah. Jonathan honestly did a good job with that jump shot. He had a beautiful form on that shot, and Terrence Ross was a little out of control on that last play, so he ended up getting that offensive foul.
All right, so George Hill with the ball at the top, passes it over to Giannis. Giannis to Korver for the quick shot. Korver can't drain it. DJ Augustine will bring the ball up for Orlando. Augustine dribbles right around George Hill, tries to get contact, no haps. Augustine again with that floater and drains it right over the top of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Augustine has that floater down pat, man. 7-point game, guys. Back to a single-digit lead.
If you want to be a point guard in this league, look at DJ Augustine and look how he uses his floaters. And my stream right now is kind of went out. Let me see if I can get that thing back. And it is still loading. Let me see if
I will say this too. DJ Augustine is a highly underrated player. I don't think that Jordan, this is Michael Jordan he should keep his nose out of team affairs because he had that gem over there when on Charlotte, and he should have kept a hold of DJ Augustine. But DJ Augustine is a solid point guard, and with him having that floater, that becomes dangerous because he's quick. He can slash to the lane. He's strong. He's got quick hands. He's not as tall or the best defender, but he can get in there and smack those balls away. And, that's what always made Chris Paul so good. Quick hands. All right, so Chris Middleton passes the ball in the Giannis right back to Chris Middleton with the give and go, and Fournier was just too small. Middleton with the easy layup, 91-82, back up to a 9-point lead. So DJ Augustine comes up, crosses over Eric Bledsoe, kicks it back out to Isaac. Isaac with the 17-footer off the back of the rim. Giannis with the rebound. And Giannis full steam ahead. And I do believe Giannis will be called for the offensive foul. He put his shoulder right into the middle of Isaac's chest. The referees are just not going to go for that.
Oh, no. And unfortunately, that's not a good foul.
He tried a football move on Isaac. Now, the Orlando Magic need to knuckle down here, get a good high percentage shot somewhere inside 13 feet or less, maybe inside that bay. They don't need a three here. 6 minutes and 51 seconds left. Markelle Fultz almost falls. Fournier comes in, passes it back out to Gordon for the three. That's just not what they needed there.
They didn't need that shot.
Especially Gordon shooting it because he's not the best three-point shooter. No. Nice defense by Isaac. Isaac's been playing some really good defense. Markelle Fultz comes down full speed ahead. Isaac's on the inside with the dunk. That's what they need to get back in this game. 84-91, 7-point lead.
Facts. So Bledsoe's got the ball. Tries to get into the paint, kicks it out to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis kicks back. Giannis sets his shot, shoots a three, is off. Rebound, Isaac, sorry. Markelle Fultz dribbles up the floor. Beautiful spin move by Fultz. Gives it to Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon dribbles back, gives it to Isaac. Isaac gives it right back to Gordon. Posts up Chris Middleton. Kicks it out to Fournier. Fournier dribbles into the paint. Scoop layup is off. Here comes Chris Middleton with the rebound. Pushes it up. Eric Bledsoe gets it to the starts. Little bounce behind the back. Bounce pass from Middleton. Hits a three and he splashes it.
Nice. 94. Chris Middleton. And right back up to 10 points. But Mavericks are doing good. They just need to keep digging in. Fournier just missed on that last point, but it would have actually been down to 5. So just keep digging in. Bad shot by Isaac, and that's what they need to stay away from.
Bledsoe wanted to shoot that ball, but Fournier says no, and Bledsoe just turns it over uncharacteristically right there off his foot. And that's my thing with Eric Bledsoe, man. I just don't trust him in the postseason. That was a bit nice pass to Middleton for the three, but I think if the Bucks are really gonna go far, he's gonna have to step up because he has in big games in the playoffs he has not been there. So Fournier's got the basketball.
One thing with Bledsoe is he needs to do more study. And when I say that is when you're a small player like that, you get trapped up down in that hole. So you have to know where your teammates are going to be. And a lot of times when Bledsoe turns that ball over, it's because he gets trapped up down there in that hole. But you get a lot of these no-look passes and all of that from these guys. It's not because they have eyes behind their head. They just know where their teammate is going to be. So, Bledsoe he's good at driving that lane, but he needs to do a little more study on their offensive plays, and just trust that, his mates are going to be where they're supposed to be. For some reason, Orlando Magic, they're collapsing on Bledsoe when he drives the lane, and they're sending 2, sometimes 3 guys. So if you know where your guys are going to be, then you can almost do it blindly. You understand what I'm saying? But Eric Bledsoe has no idea what his guys are, and that just comes from studying your offensive plays.
And also, Eric Bledsoe's shots tend to get very tight in the postseason. And I noticed that a lot of times when he shoots the ball, you can tell that he lacks a lot of confidence, especially then he starts to drive the ball. And then when that gets taken away, he becomes a non-factor. But like D said, he needs to do much more film study, understanding where his guys are. And then when he gets sandwiched, make sure that he finds his guys exactly to know where his guys are on the floor at all times. So that way he doesn't become such a liability. So Giannis on the post up on Jonathan Isaac, shoots a right hook and gets the roll. And the Bucks are up 96-86 with 4:28 remaining in the fourth quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, like the stream as you come in. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Giannis with 28 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists, a near triple-double. So Fultz has got the basketball, gives it to DJ Augustine. Augustine comes back, steps back for 3, misses, rebound to Eric Bledsoe. Dribbles all the way into the paint. Beautiful up and under move, good footwork, and scores the reverse acrobatic layup is good. And we have a timeout by the Orlando Magic as the Bucks go up 98-86. So under 3 remaining, no, 4:04 remaining, sorry. 98-86 Milwaukee Bucks. And you are catching it right here on the LBFWN.
I will tell you guys this, 96 to 86 to 98. This is a 12 minutes and 4 seconds left on the game. It's not over, guys. You get a couple of steals. You just imagine a 2-pointer, steal 3-pointer, steal 3-pointer. That's an 8-point differential. You got a 4-point game. So this game is not over. The Bucks have to keep the heat on. And the Magic, they just have to keep doing what they're doing, but they just, I guess I might be saying this to the end of the game. It's still not too late for them. They need to stop with the 3-ball attack, because it appears that they're trying to get back into the lead with the 3, but they're not shooting them that well. So you move the ball and you get high percentage shots, because they're getting steals, they're getting turnovers, but they're not converting on them. And that's why they're not able to catch up on this game.
Because if they were able to do all of that, this game would be a lot closer, and then the Bucks would have really had to work hard to try to make sure that they execute very well down the stretch, and then Orlando could really make it a game. And the crazy part is, man, this game would have been the 3rd consecutive game in 2 days that we would have had another close game, because the Nuggets and Nets was a good game yesterday, and that was close. The Kings and Mavericks, that came down to the wire. And then if the Magic were playing up to what, as D was talking about, as I would like to kind of call it, D's keys to the game for the Magic, they would be back in this game. So let's see what's going on in the chat. Make sure to subscribe to Speak Your Mind Sports Talk, and make sure to share this stream right here, like the video, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Kind of soft. He's vanilla pudding soft when she's talking about Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, the man is tapioca pudding, Swiss Miss, not even the good kind. And she says, 6? Jay says he has soft moments. That's for every game. Oh, man, if you saw him in the 2018 playoffs, you can tell how soft he really was. Like, it was he looked like he didn't even want to be there. He looked like he was overwhelmed in the moment. So Karl Anthony Towns was not ready. But you could just kind of tell that he just doesn't have that motor like Jay was talking about. So that's a great point. She says, I hear you. I can't sit through these games from start to finish when it comes to him. Yeah, I mean, understandable. So we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, D, take over.
All right, so we got Markelle Fultz bringing the ball down, dribbles around the Gordon screen, drives right to the lane, up and under. He misses, but Isaacs with the putback. So it's 88-98, 10-point lead, guys. Just under 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe over to DeVincenzo with the 17-foot jumper, 100 to 88. And so Fultz will bring the ball back up court. And Fultz almost got the ball stolen, but Eric Bledsoe stepped out of bounds. It's pretty interesting that the Magic are going with Fultz to catch and close this game up. I would have stuck with DJ Augustine, but again, I'm no coach. So Fournier passes the ball into Isaac. Fournier with the 3-point shot, and for some reason, he just keeps getting George Hill to create that contact behind the 3-point line. That's George Hill again fouling Fournier behind that 3-point line. Fournier is a pretty good free throw shooter. This might be easy 3 points, at least 2 for the Magic. And Fournier just tanks the first shot. I must have jinxed him. He's been perfect at the line all night, and that was his first miss, actually. So he does have 2 more shots coming, though.
And looks like we have possibly a 20-second timeout, I guess. Could be. In the meantime, while that 20-second timeout happens and Fournier missed the first free throw, we will look into the comments once again, into the chat. Cat needs a player that's better than him in his mind. Problem is nobody will go there. People wanted Kevin Love too. He's overrated. Karl Anthony Towns has got the talent. I just don't think he has the desire or the mindset. That's Cat's problem. And then you have Andrew Wiggins. He's another player who, to me, doesn't have the desire neither. So it's no wonder that even though Jimmy Butler's a diva, I can understand why he wanted out of there. Those guys are not dedicated. So LeBron is gloat. Layla says, we found a weakness in the GOAT of GOATs. He sucks at being an owner. Needs to delegate. All-time greats suck as owners. And I know she's talking about MJ, who paid Scary Terry, $57 million man, $19 million a season. I told you I would never have even looked his way. It says longest streaks of 100 points, folks, and the Bucks are second all-time. They did it last year with 48 straight games. The 93 Suns, the 91 Pacers, and the 08 Warriors. So that's a pretty exclusive list right there. And then the 2017 Rockets had 61 straight games of 100 points. So Milwaukee is a very high-scoring team. And what you think, D? I honestly think that the Bucks do a very good job of playing their system, like with the way that they move the basketball. What do you think about the way the Bucks play in terms of their style?
I think they do. I like the way the Bucks move. I like the way they move in transition. And half-court offense. DiVincenzo and George Hill and Bledsoe do a good job of moving without the ball. So, I like the Bucks. I like how they look. They're a strong team going into the playoffs. They're going to be one of the forerunners for sure. So Giannis with the step back on Isaac, and he's fouled. So Giannis will go to the line for 2, 92-100. 3 minutes, 6 seconds left in the fourth. Go ahead, Lewis.
Oh, no, I was just going to say that even though Giannis is not a jump shooter, Cardinal sin rule number 1, you never foul a jump shooter. And so Jonathan Isaac made the mistake right there. You try to contest the shot, but without trying to foul the offensive player. And sometimes you just jump at the bit because you want to block that shot so bad. At least make you try to make it hard for them. So Giannis is at the free throw line, and he misses another free throw. Ladies and gentlemen, if Giannis does not improve his free throw shooting, these teams are going to hack a Giannis. They're going to hack a Giannis, knowing that he can't knock down free throws. His jump shot has gotten better.
Hey, I will tell you this, bro. If it so happens that it's the Bucks versus the Lakers in the finals, it might not be much of a problem because LeBron having a problem with his free throws too.
The only difference, though, D, is that they got Anthony Davis, so that will be a problem. So he can offset that, even if LeBron does miss free throws. That's going to depend on how the Bucks do.
Nice drop. Oh, nice defense by Giannis. It was a great pass, but better defense by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Chris Middleton for the 3, short. Nice box out. See, Isaac is playing ball like he's supposed to. Nice drive by Ross. So it's a
And fortunately for Giannis, Jonathan Isaac knocks that ball out of bounds because he tried to get an alley-oop on that play. Oh, good left-handed block by Giannis at the football because Ross had that one. That was a hell of an acrobatic.
Yeah, that was a nice block. Ross would have made that too if Giannis didn't block that. Oh, sit down, young. Welcome to the NBA. Giannis just posterized the young boy. All right, so Falk's going to go in, passes it back out to Fournier. Fournier steps over. Nice, drains the three. So Dallas is not going anywhere yet, guys. This is 8-point lead, 95-103. 2 minutes left in the game. Bledsoe slow it down, obviously. So Bledsoe drives the lane, stops, pops, and falls a little late on the defense and fouled by Chris Middleton.
Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen. Notice it's an 8-point game and the clock is stopped. So this game is not over, as D. Jefferson has said, even when the Bucks took an 11-point lead. Giannis with a grown man move. Mama, there goes that man. But it's an 8-point game, and now we are under 2 minutes, so we got free throws. So which means if they can knock this down, it's a 2-possession game, ladies and gentlemen. Faults. Oh, but unfortunately, the rim said not today as he misses the free throw. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
And Giannis has 13 30-point, 10 rebound games this season, which leads the NBA. He has 13 of them, folks. And Markel makes a second free throw. So it is a 7-point game. Once again, take over, D.
All right, so Chris Middleton's going to bring the ball up court. Chris Middleton's in no hurry, as he shouldn't be. So Giannis will come up. Chris Middleton dribbles around the pick, passes it over to Bledsoe. Bledsoe over to George Hill. George Hill with the nice move and one. Slash the rim. George Hill killing it. Got the contact by Fultz. Got the score 105-96. George Hill can increase this to a 10-point game, guys.
And good job by George Hill controlling his body because he almost could have traveled right there. George Hill shoots the free throw. It's good. And what could have been a 6-point game is now back up to 10. And here comes Markel Fultz. Dribbles all the way into the lane, shoots the right hand, but misses the shot right point blank. Rebound to Middleton. Chris Matthews to Eric Bledsoe. Gives it to George Hill, but he turns it over. Markel Fultz takes it all the way. Tries to pass it, but Giannis cuts him off at the angle. And good job by Giannis right there, because that was 2 points to Jonathan Isaac had he not been there.
See, Markel Fultz, I don't like Markel Fultz closing the game out. I think DJ Augustine is a better choice.
I agree with you because he can shoot the ball.
Yeah.
And Fournier gets fouled and will go to the free throw line shooting 2.
He can shoot the ball. To me, Augustine makes better decisions as well.
Yeah.
I think.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think the reason that they pulled Augustine out is because George Hill was abusing him on the offensive side. So he couldn't really D up because he's a smaller guy, and George Hill was just taking advantage of him. So Markel Fultz probably offers a little better defense concerning George Hill, and that's probably what the switch is about. But Markel Fultz doesn't make the best decisions. So full court press by the Orlando Magic, and they fouled the right guy, Giannis Antetokounmpo. You knew that they were going to come to this, so basically they're going to try to foul Giannis every time he touches the ball to try to get back into this game.
That's very true. So, but the Magic are going to have to score quickly, though. So they're going to have to push that ball as soon as if Giannis makes one or misses both or makes both, whichever the case is. First free throw, misses another one, and Giannis is just shooting terrible from the free throw line. And remember, they play the Lakers on December 19th. So,
yeah, that's why I said it was a good foul by Fournier to get it while it's in Giannis's hand. And look at those numbers: 4 points, 14 rebounds.
Here's another problem. This is gonna hurt the Bucks in close games because now the coach Bud is gonna have to sub in for Giannis sometimes so that he doesn't get hacked. And that's not, and Terrence Ross hits the 3 and gets fouled by Eric Bledsoe. Just not a good foul.
I think they might review that terrible foul by Bledsoe, but it looked like Ross's foot might have been on the line to me. They gave him that at first, but
no, his foot was actually just behind the line.
It was.
So that's going to be a 4-point play, man. Unbelievable.
Pretty good free throw shooter too. So
Ross is and Bud is just not happy. And he has to call a timeout. So it is 107-101. Looks like he's going to call a 20. He is not happy.
Challenge. It's a coach's challenge on this.
Oh, he did a coach's challenge. I guess he's trying to say that was not a good too.
I don't know what the challenge is because it was a foul and it was a 3-pointer. So he's going to lose this, but he might as well use it, get some time out in there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But it's definitely contact right there. He definitely was behind the 3-point line. So
Eric Bledsoe even stepped on his foot. And while that's happening, let's just go into the chat.
He's challenging if he was in the shooting motion because he said that
I see.
He was still dribbling while the whistle blew, so it shouldn't be 3 shots. It should just be taken out of bounds.
Taken out of bounds. Jay speaking facts. His ego will never allow a better player. He lost a good killer in Butler. Butler wasn't better in Cat's mind. Needs a bigger talent. And ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Chris Stent. He says Giannis don't stop hurting him. Yeah, he's been hurting him tonight, but he's also been hurting from the free throw line. He's got to get better at that. Well, once again, shout out to Chris to Stent. I hope I said that name right, man. Appreciate you for coming, man. Hey, Chris, welcome. Yeah, once again, man, you're welcome. Welcome for coming through, Chris. Appreciate you. Smash that like button and say hi as you come in. Appreciate you, Layla, for always doing that, always moderating. So I appreciate you. So great job. Jay says, make GA beat you with a shot, let him shoot it. Yeah, because he's not consistent. Gideon says, who will win an NBA debate, me or Spick Bayless? That would be interesting. I would need to get popcorn to watch that debate. That would be entertaining. I would love to watch that. Gideon against Skip Bayless.
Gideon, give Skip a call and tell him to come meet you in the debate cage.
D. Jefferson's debate cage. Skip, if you're listening, D's sending you an invite.
Yeah.
So Terrence Ross, so looks like Bud lost the coach's challenge because they have not changed the score. So Terrence Ross for the 4-point play, but he misses the free throw, and the Magic picked a poor time to miss that one. They're gonna have to play some defense here, and hopefully play the free throw game if they can get a stop. Bledsoe to Giannis, kicks it out. Middleton for the game. Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the ball game most likely right there. Big time 3 for Chris Middleton. That was clutch. And timeout Orlando. Chris Middleton has 20 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists in 29 minutes. We have a timeout by the Orlando Magic. It is 110-101. So there's the nice.
That's what you call a dagger shot right there. He just stuck.
Yeah, that was a dagger shot. So they doubled Giannis for the fear of the 2. Giannis kicks it out with the basketball play a la LeBron James. Middleton shoots it from the corner and knocks it down.
They tripled Giannis. Yeah.
Tripled Giannis. And the Bucks have hit 16 threes in this game. So they're plus 18 from the 3-point line while the Magic have knocked down 10. Am I the only one who likes Skip? No, I like Skip, especially when he skipped Drip Bayless on Fridays. He's funny. Layla says the Eagles suck. Yeah, you know what's the worst part about it, Layla? I got Zach Ertz on my fantasy team, and I bet he hasn't done anything. They're down 17-3 to the Giants with Eli Manning, who was struggling in the season. He hasn't played since week 3 or week 2, I believe, where we started 0-2. Who would win an NBA debate? You or Skip Bayless? As Paul Pierce would say, "Oh, that's easy. Me." Me.
Yeah. Skip, let me tell you something, man. Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, Stephen A, Max Kellerman, and I'm not even bragging or boasting, guys. They don't want to see D Jefferson in a debate. I can guarantee you that. None of them.
You know what?
I, this is what
as a
I
matter of fact, as a matter of fact, D, I don't think Max Kellerman wants to face you in a boxing debate.
no. No, I'll get him in that too. And I know Max knows his boxing, but I'll burn him in that too.
And so the
Max
Magic
Kellerman,
missed a shot. Wow,
why
so
the game is over? Why are they even following them?
they're
It's
not
not
even
like y'all gonna
following.
just
I don't
let
know
the
why they
clock run.
fouled.
Who stopped the clock?
I have no idea. That's confusing right there. He's basically saying not to foul, and they foul for some reason fouled anyway. That's a miscommunication right there.
He said their coach said don't foul, and she thought he said timeout, and she blew
Oh,
the whistle, so she made a mistake. I was wondering why the clock stopped. So, guys, final score 110 to 101. The score is not really indicative of the game. The Milwaukee Bucks pretty much controlled this game comfortably the whole time. The Magic made some strikes to get back in there, but the Bucks never really let anything formulate. So they pretty much anytime the Bucks would lift their head up, they would just smack them back down. That's how this game pretty much went. Great defense though, I would say, by this young Orlando Magic's team. They need a superstar player. You know, that's what's
yeah.
going to happen when you have these teams that are well rounded, but they don't have that superstar player. And a lot of people don't really want to hear this, especially our friend Alistair 49. But that's going to be the demise of the
Oh yeah.
Toronto Raptors season. Is that they'll make it. They're doing actually very well, much better than everyone. But Pascal Siakam is a star player right now, and he'll probably make the All-Star team. I'm wondering if he'll start because there's still some competition for him. But he definitely, he's probably going to make the All-Star team. But is he that superstar player yet? No, he hasn't arrived. And that's what's going to pretty much be the demise of that team, when they hit the postseason. I think the last team that won a championship that really didn't have a superstar player, just all of their guys were pretty much like star players, was the Detroit Pistons. But you're not going to really think of too many teams outside of the Detroit Pistons. And that was that Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, Rasheed Wallace, Ben Wallace, Tayshaun Prince. Yeah, that team there. They didn't really have a superstar player, but they still pulled the title down. But you can dig around throughout the history of basketball, and you're not really going to find that situation. And in this day's time, when you have all of these guys teaming up with each other and stacking the deck, quote unquote, you're not going to win a championship in this league without a superstar
Right.
on your team. It's not going to happen.
No, and whatchamacallit, what I was gonna say is that with Pascal Siakam, yeah, he's done a great job in the absence of Kawhi Leonard, but you can still even see with the Toronto Raptors, they're missing a second star. Because I just don't think that Siakam is going to be ready to be able to deal with that pressure of being the number one option. Especially when you look at the way Siakam puts the ball on the floor. Yeah, he's very skilled. Don't get me wrong, but I just think the issue is that when you're telling him to try to escape defenses, I think defenses are going to be able to trap him to where he won't be able to really put the ball on the floor as much. And as I've always said, when you become the guy, it's going to be very, very difficult. Especially when you don't have that complementary player that can take the pressure off, which is what the Raptors don't have. Because you're not going to tell me you're going to count on Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet. Those guys are very good players, but what we're talking about in terms of the tier, we're not going to be able to count on those guys on a consistent basis. Because if you look at Kawhi Leonard, if they had Kawhi Leonard back on that team again, with the way Pascal Siakam is playing right now, yo, I would give Toronto a chance as anybody to probably arguably repeat because they have a great defense. They have a deep team as well. And, they would look more believable as NBA champions again because people got to understand Kawhi Leonard was the difference maker last year. Yes, he had help, but he was the difference maker. When he came onto that team, he made you believe that the Raptors were a championship team. Even with the breaks that they got, he made you believe that they were a championship team, and he gave them a different makeup. And Kyle Lowry was a better mentally stronger player because of that. Whereas he looked mentally soft and weak when he was with DeMar DeRozan. And that's all due respect to DeMar DeRozan. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of the ball game. The Milwaukee Bucks win 110-101. So I'm just gonna, go out through some end of the game stats. If we look for the Magic, Evan Fournier finishes with 26 points. Terrence Ross finishes with 23. They were the only guys who got 20, but the Magic had 6 guys in double figures. So shout out to the Magic. Like D said, the Bucks pretty much, this was a wire-to-wire victory. The Magic made a couple of runs, but it never really kind of got serious, even though I kind of over-exaggerated the seriousness because it looked like they were going to get into this game with the Bucks giving away that momentum a little bit. With the Bucks, they had 5 guys in double figures, and it's with Giannis Antetokounmpo, a near triple-double, ladies and gentlemen, 32 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists for him. Middleton chips in 20 for the complimentary piece that he is. And if we look at the game stats a little bit, just going to show for the Bucks, they shoot 46%. Magic only shoot 38.5%. And the Bucks shot 39% from the three-point line. But they got to get better at the free throw line, though. 8 of 15, and most of those were missed by Giannis. And they did a good job with the rebounds. So they pretty much owned it, and they had 30 assists as a team. So good job by the Bucks and the points in the paint. So pretty much good job. And
we got an LBJ fan in there. I didn't even see that. What up, Chris? My bad, Lewis. I just looked at that. I just looked at that. What's up, Chris? Much respect to you. One thing I will say about this, Chris, I'm the first guy to give LeBron James a hard time, but shout out to LeBron. He been balling this season. I've been on LeBron James protection this season because we got these haters out here, but LeBron been doing his thing this season. Much respect to LeBron James. And thank you too, Chris, for coming through, bro.
I know. Shout out to you, Chris, for coming through, man. Appreciate you for coming through. It says, I like what Layla said right there. Yeah, he asked her what does GLOW stand for. She says it stands for the facts. It's the greatest loser of all time. No other all-time great has ever lost so much. You know what? This is what I gotta say about LeBron James. For me, the man is a top. He is a top 10, and we have even more ways to do the holidays. And that was nice. That was nice enough for the advertisement to interrupt me while I was speaking because I was so rudely interrupted. So, like I was saying, I said that LeBron James is the top 10 all-time great. Where I have him is in the top 10. But like Layla says, when you have 6 NBA Finals losses compared to the other greats that are above him, there's no way that I could put him in the top 5. Now, what I could say is he's arguably the best at his position because he's neck and neck with Larry Bird. The one thing he has over Larry Bird is years. He's better athletically, and he's a better defender than Larry Bird. But the thing with Larry Bird is Larry Bird had impact from the minute he got into the league, just like LeBron, but in such a different way. But he had it in ways that you couldn't even imagine. And Larry Bird accomplished a lot of things in very short time, which is why, and the thing is, he's won more finals than he's lost. Larry Bird is 3-2. LeBron has had more opportunities than Larry Bird. He's gone there 9 times. But LeBron is 3-6, and Larry is at least 3-2. Larry has the same amount of rings that LeBron won, and he did it on 4 less finals trips. That's why it's one of the reasons why I still haven't put him above Larry Bird yet. If LeBron is to win a championship this season, I will put him above Larry Bird as the greatest small forward of all time, but I still can't put him there in my opinion. But I'm not mad at people who want to say that LeBron is the greatest small forward of all time. I got no problem with that. I just don't think he's better than Larry Bird, personally, in my opinion. And that's with LeBron being better athletically and being slightly a better defender.
Yeah, he's better than Larry Bird statistically, but that's where it stops. When it comes to talent wise and what they brought to the game and what they could do on the floor, uh, I would say that LeBron is catching ground. Like he's catching ground because he's quite important on the floor. But give him another title, and yeah, he passes Bird. I mean, I have to put him past Bird. I mean, he's like right there at the cuffs now because again, LeBron's amazing, man. I just don't like this self-proclaimed GOAT nonsense. And then when they take it too far and put him over players like um, Kareem and Kobe and certain players like that, because he hasn't done enough to get to that plateau yet, in my opinion. And it's really hard to generate a top 10 greatest of all time. You guys sit back and try it. It's really hard to generate a list like that. You can start shooting off some names, but I can guarantee if y'all go look at the top 50 and you're like, damn, I left this guy out, because Tim Duncan should be up in there. Shaquille O'Neal should be up in there. Wilt, Bill, Michael, Kareem, LeBron, Kobe. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that should be in the top 10, but it's hard to comprise that because it's at least 3 or 4 guys that, you'll be shaky on, like, damn, does he not go in there? What about Oscar Robertson, Dr. J? You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys that really deserve to go into that top 10, but you can't put them all in there. So when it comes to LeBron, like I used to say, oh, nah, Larry Bird hands down, but I'm getting to the point now where I can't even really just say Larry Bird hands down, because LeBron's doing a whole lot, man. Like he's doing a whole lot.
No, he is. So Chris says he counts for 3 championships. Definitely could be better. I mean, yeah, he definitely could be. I said that wasn't gonna be that. Um, whatchamacallit. So Jay says he should be better for the gold status. Yeah, that's my point. My problem is that how, like D was saying, I can't put him above Bill Russell. I can't put him above Kareem. I can't put him above MJ. I can't put him above Magic Johnson. That's the Mount Rushmore right there. And like I said, he's neck and neck with Larry Bird in terms of that. And the thing is, the reason I have guys like Tim Duncan and even Hakeem Olajuwon over him is because, again, when you look at the percentages, LeBron James has taken great advantage of this era, but he's lost more than he's won, and I can't put him above those guys. And if you look at Hakeem, he's 2-1 in NBA Finals play. Tim Duncan has won 5 out of 6 at 80 and an 83% clip. I can't put him above those guys, and the way those guys impacted their teams. And the thing with Hakeem is, Hakeem won championships, with not a lot of talent. He did it 1 year in '94. When he went up against Patrick Ewing and the Knicks. And, when they got Clyde Drexler, they was able to repeat, and Clyde was not in his prime. He was still an all-star, but he was not in his prime. He wasn't prime Clyde Drexler like he was just a few years ago. So I can't do that. So Chris Descent says Devin Booker wants to be traded. Bring him to the Bucks. Just give an idea. Yo, if the Bucks were to get Devin Booker, that would be crazy. But I feel like they need an upgrade at the point guard position. I really feel like they need to trade Eric Bledsoe, though. I just feel like he's not the point guard for this team.
I would say this about the acquisition of a guy like Devin Booker as well. The Bucks, if you watch that team, like you watch them in their games, this is a go get them team, high octane, full of energy. They're not lazy. One thing I don't like about Devin Booker is some facets of the game he's lazy. And when we talk about defensively, he wouldn't mesh well with this Bucks team because they're a good defensive unit. They all put that extra effort in. I've seen plenty of times where Devin Booker don't put that extra effort in. A lot of guys take these offensive talents and they want to stick them on another team because they can shoot threes well, slash the lane well. Doesn't always fit. And I don't think that Booker would be a good fit with this team because his level of effort on the other side of the ball.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So that's That's a very nice case that you just made right there. So Layla says, Chris, I hear you. He needs so much help to make it to the finals to lose and still lost twice as much as he won. How many all-time greats got their teams boosted twice a year? Let me throw out a stat. You know, even though I'm somebody, like I said, that as you see my personality evolve as I've done this channel. When I used to be so informative and I used to sound like Shaq, as Speaking Mom would always say, he would talk with D. I'm passionate about the game. Let me tell you something right now. Since 2010, when LeBron went to South Beach, the East Coast LA, with D Wade and Chris Bosh, there have been 43 trades for LeBron James. 43. In less than a decade, LeBron teams from Miami back to Cleveland with the Lakers right now, 43 trades. This dude has had a lot of help. A lot of help. And what I haven't liked is his fan base continues to make excuses. They never hold them accountable. And even today, when I was on one of the YouTube channels and I was giving credit to LeBron and stuff like that, I said one of the concerns is I was saying, that AD has helped LeBron play defense. I had somebody tell me, oh no, well, AD's not doing anything. LeBron is the one that's making him better. I said AD can go get buckets on his own. He doesn't need LeBron to get baskets on his own. You just give him the ball and he can make something happen. Anthony Davis can do that. Okay? When you've seen Kyrie Irving, he can go get a bucket. D Wade, he can go get a bucket. LeBron has played with players who can get baskets on their own. And his fans are always going to say, well, he makes everybody better. No, he doesn't. No. He makes specialists better. Teams that are players that are like 3-point shooters, he makes those guys better because they get open looks off of his penetration. It's the LeBron system. Like, I don't get what people don't understand that. Like, LeBron is amazing. I'm always going to give him his credit, and I give him his credit for balling out this season. But AD has been the difference maker. See, people could talk about how, LeBron is, he's making AD better because he's giving him the ball in spots, and AD's getting a lot of easy passes from LeBron. I said, I get all that. But at the same time, AD can go get his own basket. So it's not just like if this is anything new. It helps to have a passer like LeBron, don't get me wrong. But AD has been the difference maker. AD has inspired LeBron to play defense. Don't forget the coaching staff has inspired LeBron to play defense. Because then I even told people who were saying, oh, have you been watching basketball? I'm like, well, yeah. And I said, name me the time that LeBron made an all-defensive team. And the guy who commented says, oh, well, LeBron was playing defense in 2016. He led his team in points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks. And I said, you didn't answer my question. I said, when was the last time LeBron made an all-defensive team? You pointed to the Golden State Warriors, the long narrative that LeBron fans have been running away with that 73-9 crap. When I said that the Warriors were not a dominant team, they became dominant when they acquired Kevin Durant. They were dominant because of their record, not because that they were this crazy talented team. The best player was Steph Curry. He has an all-star mate in Klay Thompson. They became dominant when KD arrived to that team because now you have to deal with Steph, Klay, and KD. And whatever Draymond does on the floor, just helps. That to me is ridiculous. That sick narrative. I can't tell you how much LeBron fans have tried to get away with that narrative with Golden State and that 73-9 thing. It's a reason LeBron talked all last season about him being the greatest of all time, which we know that ain't true.
Yep, that's a fact, man. That is a stone cold fact. Now, here's the question, guys. For everybody in the chat, I need 3 teams from the East. I need 3 teams from the West. The best teams going into the All-Star break. Who do y'all got? Who do y'all got? The best 3 teams on the West, the best 3 teams on the East going into the All-Star break. Now, let me tell y'all something. We think a little bit deeper than just record. So don't just go looking at the record and say, because it's a little deeper than just record. And if you do that, I'm probably going to give you something to think about here. So y'all put But what you got, Lewis? What you got for that? What do you think? The best teams going into the Eastern and Western Conference, going into this All-Star break, of course, we got plenty more basketball to play, and teams are going to get better. After that All-Star break, you got trade deadlines and such, so things are going to happen. But what we looking like right now? What you guys thinking?
All right, so before I answer that question, like I said, make sure you like the stream. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to Speaking My Sports Talk. Thank you guys for kicking it in. We're kind of turning it into a little trivia even after the game. So D. Jefferson's question for those in the chat is, and shout out to everybody in the chat. So shout out to Vitor Hugo Guzmayo. He asks, is Mo Bamba injured after the chat? He did have a knee-to-knee collision, but he was able to come back and play in the game, so it looks like he's okay. I'm wondering if the Magic are going to do an MRI to see if X-rays were negative, to see if there's any any bone issues, any type of cartilage or any ligaments torn out them. But I think he should be fine though. So I don't think it should be bad unless it is swelled up. But to answer, so D. Jefferson asks,
Lewis, real quick before you answer the question, I got my man over here, as Moses Jones just stepped in the building. Sorry about that, as Moses. I was running my mouth. We running a double stream here. But if you don't mind, Lewis, let me read a couple of Osmosis comments because he's been commenting, and I've been kind of not ignoring him intentionally, but been over there on that. So he says LeBron had more help than MJ, period. Go look at the 1991 Bulls. They had no bench in the finals. They won with 5 players. Everybody, LeBron had more help. I'm with you there. I don't think that you'll get too much argument. He said, but I will say he doesn't listen to coaches and he runs his own system. He does make trades, but no one has helped him with that much. The 2013 Heat were the most perfect ever put around. Osmosis, you make some good points there, brother. You make some real good points. I'm glad I did decide to read your comments. The West, he says he has the Lakers, Clippers, Rockets, East, Bucks, Celtics, Sixers. Hey, man, that's a good list, Osmosis Jones. I like that. I like that. All right, guys, so there you go. That's from my side. I appreciate you, Osmosis Jones. Didn't want to leave you out, bro. Hit that subscribe and like button for me. We're going to be doing this more often. All right, Lewis, back to you, my man.
Okay, D just hit me with that Jeopardy question. He says 3 teams from the East, 3 teams for the West. It doesn't matter in any order which you put it. So, but I'm going to start with the West since that the West is a stronger conference. So here we go. In the Western Conference, I don't got the Lakers making it. Nah, I'm messing with y'all. No, the Lakers have been the best team in the league, so I definitely have the Lakers definitely as the best team in the All-Star break. So that's 1. Number 2, definitely got to put the Los Angeles Clippers, and here's why. The Lakers have LeBron and AD. They've been balling all season. They've been playing great defense. They're in the top 5 in a lot of defensive categories. But guess what? So are the Los Angeles Clippers. Even though they've looked pedestrian to some of these teams, they are still trying to figure things out. Am I a fan of Kawhi Leonard, my favorite player? No. I'm not a fan of the load management. But when him and Paul George get themselves acclimated with this team, look out for the Clippers and their defense because it is going to be scary. They just blew out the Pacers, a very good Pacer team that is missing Victor Oladipo. So watch out. So I got the Lakers and the Clippers. And for my third team, this is a tough one. I'm like juggling between Houston and Denver. I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets, and here's why.
Yeah.
The reason I'm going with the Denver Nuggets is because although they've been disappointing, the one thing that they can hang their hat on is it's still a long season. We're still a quarter of the way. They've been middle of the pack offensively, but they are one of the best defensive teams in the league. And I think once they start to play with more pace and become the offensive team that I know they're capable of being, and Jokic works himself into shape, they can possibly have a top 5 offense and top 5 defense by the end of the season. They can look like contenders. So by the All-Star break, I'm going to go for the West, Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets. In the Eastern Conference, I mean, obviously we got to put the team that just beat Orlando, the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, they've been one of the best defensive teams, and I told you the stats. First in contested twos, contested threes, one of the best scoring defense in the league. So Milwaukee's number one. Number two, this is a tough one. Number two is a tough one because you could kind of mix it up between Philly, Boston, and then you got Toronto. I'm going to go with the Toronto Raptors just only because they're the defending champions and they've played better than I've expected. And to me, they're still going to be one of the better regular season teams in the league. So I'm going to go with the Toronto Raptors. Number three, I'm going to go with the surprise. I'm going to go with the Boston Celtics. With Philadelphia, I don't trust them yet. Embiid and Simmons need to show me something. They're not as deep as those other three teams. So with the Bucks, they have Giannis Antetokounmpo, the reigning MVP. With the Toronto Raptors, Siakam has emerged as possibly an all-star this year, and the Raptors are still playing well. And then the Boston Celtics are one of the better offensive teams, and with Kemba Walker, he's given them a nice fit on their team. And Boston has one of the better records. I'm not sold on Miami yet, so I don't know what team they are to me yet. They've surprised. But my three teams in the West are Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets. And in the Eastern Conference, it's Bucks, Raptors, Celtics. So my question to you, D, and question to the chat, who you guys got as your top three teams in the Western and the Eastern Conference and why?
Well, all right. So, like I said, my man Osmosis Jones over there, remember, he had the Lakers, the Clippers, the Rockets, and then he had the Bucks, the Celtics, and the Sixers. Now, Osmosis Jones, I will tell you this, my man. I'm with your Eastern Conference matchup. That's mine exactly too. And like we said, no particular order, but those are my three too: Bucks, Celtics, and the Sixers. You know, I like Toronto and I like what they're doing, but come postseason time, I just look. The Sixers are going to step it up, guys, and they're not too far off. Like the East is not that far, it's not a big margin. Only the 76ers have 17 wins, just like the Heat and the Celtics. They got more wins than the Raptors. So I'm still convinced about the Sixers. I think that they're gonna pull it all together. And I got those three teams as Moses got. As far as the Bucks, it's self-explanatory. Like Giannis and these guys, I was just talking about it during the game. They're too lengthy on the defensive side. And, it's going to be hard for teams to come into that hole and have their way. The Celtics are phenomenal. And I think that they've shocked a lot of people. I knew that they were going to be good. I didn't know that they were going to be this good. But I think the Celtics are phenomenal. I love the addition of Kemba Walker. And I think they're going to do special things. But on the East, Osmosis Jones, my man. On the West, I'm actually more with Chris. Chris over here on LBFN, LBFWN. Listen, Chris, I like your Western picks. Those are mine as well. Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets. I've been crying about Nuggets the whole time. I've been saying this about the Denver Nuggets. Guys, Bobo is in the D League right now, and he is balling. For you guys that don't know, he's over there. He's balling. The D League is called the Development League. The Development League. They're developing this guy, and he is going to be a great addition onto that team. How they're going to fit him in, I'm not sure, but I will say this. The guy can shoot. He's agile. He can block. He's actually probably a better defender than Djokovic, and he gives Djokovic an excellent time to chill out, get on that bench, because they're not going to lose. What they'll lose with Djokovic off that floor is an excellent passer. Djokovic is that. but the other categories they lose and they pick up with Bobo because the interior defender Bobo's a much better interior defender than Djokovic. Djokovic is a better outside shooter, yet Bobo can shoot outside. So this is going to be real interesting. This team is already doing well, and when you insert Bobo into that, and they will, and he's doing well in the development league, then that team's going to become even more dangerous. The Clippers and the Lakers, I just cannot see these two teams not going, first or second seed, maybe third seed at the lowest, and they're gonna be there making some noise. Barring no injuries. So I go with Chris's Western Coast lineup. I go with my man Osmosis Jones Eastern Coast lineup on the other side.
Yeah, man. So those are definitely those are very interesting picks. The top three teams. Let me also say this, ladies and gentlemen. So I know Christmas is coming around the corner, and I know Gideon. Shout out to Gideon when he was mentioning about some of the matchups. He was talking about the Rockets and the Clippers on December 19th. He also talked about the Bucks and the Lakers will be facing each other on the 19th. But you know that Christmas is coming up. And I got to ask you guys, what Christmas games would you love for me and D to do on that day? I know it's 5 games. This is one thing that they need to do, the NBA, but I know they're not going to probably do it. They need to take the Warriors off of that because I'm not going to want to watch a team that's purposely tanking. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
What games would you want me and D to do on that Christmas day? On 2019 because because we have the Celtics and the Raptors. That's a good game. We're
have the Bucks on this leading up to Christmas, and the most popular games. We'll probably give you guys 2 games on Christmas. You down with that, Lewis?
Wait, say it again, D. I didn't hear you.
I said we'll probably give them 2 games on Christmas. Are you down with that?
Oh, I'm definitely down for that. I'm just gonna name.
I'll give y'all 2 games on Christmas Day special.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna be mentioning these things like throughout like the more streams we do up to Christmas. So let me just show you the game. Let me just announce the games real quick. We have Celtics Raptors, Bucks Sixers. We have Clippers Lakers. We have Pelicans and Nuggets, and obviously the Rockets and the Warriors, but that's probably going to be the most least watched game. So that's already, you could cross that game off the list. So we got 2 games, and I mentioned the other 4. So let's see what happens like all the way up to Christmas. But that should be a lot of fun.
I ain't no way. Like we're not even putting the Houston Warriors game on the list, man.
That's even close.
That's a blowout.
Oh, easy money. That's easy money. That's gonna be definitely a blowout. Let's see. So Layla says that she says for me not to get mad at her because she has LeBron in her top 5. I said, listen, that's subjective. I mean, if you want LeBron in your top 5, that's no problem. I don't have an issue with that. I don't even have an issue if you say he's top 3. I don't even have an issue if you say he's the greatest. I'm just speaking from my perspective, and I'm saying with a guy who has 6 NBA Finals losses, if I'm gonna put LeBron in the top 5, then Jerry West needs to be in the top 10 because he was 1-8 in the finals, and he kept losing to Russell Celtics because they played them probably the more than any team in NBA history. When you looked at how many times they faced those guys in the finals, they faced them, I believe, 4 or 5 times. So, and I said with the other guys that have played, I feel like LeBron has not done enough for me personally to say that he's better than those guys, especially when it came to the NBA Finals. And those guys came up huge in big games, the ones that I put above at the top over LeBron James. And I don't think he's a Mount Rushmore player. He could have been, but he ruined that opportunity.
I just can't put LeBron. This is why I can't put him in my top 5. I cannot find it within me to put LeBron past Bill Russell, 11 titles, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 6, and just Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I can't put him I just can't put him past Magic Johnson. Like Magic Johnson is the greatest Laker, and yes, he has a better legacy than LeBron. I definitely can't put him past the GOAT, MJ. You know what I mean? And I still, even though Wilt don't have as many titles, Wilt has done things in this game that will never be broken again. And Wilt was a dominant player. Like, listen, bro, 50.5 points, 30 plus rebounds a season average. That's never happening again. We got to understand this. 50 points, 30 rebounds, that's never happening again. When guys get 20-20, they make a big deal out of it. 50-30? Okay. Another thing that's never going to happen again is that 100-point game, bro. I don't see that happening again. 100 points in one game by one player. And we know that it'll never happen without three-pointers because now they have three-pointers. So let's not forget Will did that with no three-pointers, right? So, and then just like I said, it's pure dominance. His like some of his career averages. Like they was just showing James Harden and his 60-point games, him and Jordan and somebody, I think him and Jordan was tied at 4. I think it was Elgin Baylor with 6. And then it was Wilt Chamberlain with 39. Then they did 50-point games. It was Jordan, it was Harden, it was Kobe. And none of them they were all in the 20s, right? Wilt Chamberlain, 138. Like, bro, this is stuff that's not going to be broken ever. And we can't say that, the level of competition, blah, 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 because he had those Celtics around him. And Bill Russell was one of the greatest defenders that this game has ever seen. There were other teams that were good defenders. Remember, they used to hack the fuck out of these guys. It wasn't all of these little tap arm fouls. And Wilt was still doing this stuff during the era where you could damn near knee a guy in the back and not even get a flagrant foul call, right? So we have to keep all this in perspective. And because of those things like that, 11 championships, like I said, Kareem, all you have to do is just say Kareem. Then the Magic Man, Wilt Chamberlain and everything I explained. And then the GOAT. Like, you take those 5 guys, and it's just hard for me to place LeBron above either one of those guys. It's just really tough for me to do that.
Oh, yeah. And so what I was saying is, and I want to go to this comment right here, where Chris was basically saying, he says MJ is the one and only. Admittedly, the fact that he retired, he came back and got another three-peat won't ever be repeated. Now, I understand he has Scottie Pippen, but just put that in perspective. In the modern era, the Bulls won 6 titles in 8 years. Jordan retired in his prime. He comes back past his prime, not completely past, still playing at a productively high level, but clearly not in his physical prime. And the Bulls still three-peat. And the thing is, Michael and Scottie won those championships with 2 different rosters. Same coach, but 2 different rosters. Yeah. And Michael was still getting his.
And you know what else I hate keep hearing about the Scottie thing? My bad, Lewis. I just had to say this. Everybody always running that, well, Michael Jordan has Scottie Pippen. Well, LeBron only has 3 rings. If I'm not mistaken, he got 2 of them where? In Miami. He had fucking Dwayne Wade, people. He had Dwayne Wade. So y'all keep crying about Michael Jordan had Scottie Pippen, but LeBron had Dwayne Wade. Let's not disrespect the Flash, bro. This man was a certifiable monster on the court out there. A beast. And this is who LeBron had. Steve Kerr was a great 3-point shooter, but he won't no fucking Ray Allen. LeBron had Ray Allen. So, guys, stop all of this about who Jordan had. LeBron just ain't no Jordan. He just ain't Jordan. Just like Layla said, Jordan was sick with it. Sick with it.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
My
I'm gonna
bad.
tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. And D just spoke major facts. Because what I don't like, what kills me is that people continue to act like all these players were like, well, they were a bunch of nobodies when LeBron came. It's like, well, when Wade was playing before LeBron arrived, oh, they didn't make the playoffs. I'm like, no, that's not true. They made the playoffs. It just didn't go far. So stop taking things out of context and trying to fit your own narrative. Or LeBron has been taking all these teams to the finals. And I keep asking this question over and over again, and people never answer my question. And I said, if LeBron is the greatest of all time, and he's taking all these scrubs teams to the finals, then I have to ask you this question. Why did he have to go to South Beach if he's taking scrub teams to the finals? If he's the greatest? Why did he go back to Cleveland and join up with Kyrie if a lot of people have been getting on Kyrie Irving and saying, well, Kyrie Irving was nothing without LeBron James? I said, well, if that's the case, and I partially agree with that, why did LeBron go back to Cleveland? And people keep saying, oh, he went to go get a ring for the land. I said, but he knew Kyrie Irving was on that team. See, that's what people don't understand. And see, when things went wrong in Cleveland, Kyrie Irving knew LeBron was going to leave. This is the contingency plan that LeBron James has had since 2010. Make sure that I get as much as possible. And if I feel like I'm not going to get it here, I'm going to get it elsewhere. Now, I give LeBron credit for that because he's thinking ahead. He's trying to put himself in the position to win. But you can't compare what he's doing to what players didn't have the advantage of back in the day, and then say that he's definitely going to be the great. He's the greatest because I'm going to win a championship with 3 different teams. But bro, look how long it took you to do that. See, that's what I'm trying to say. Look how many opportunities, because people get on these other players and they say, oh, well, these guys didn't have the opportunity. He said, how many guys were killed to have the opportunities that LeBron has had? But the problem is, yeah, you're right. All those other great players that never won, they would have loved to have the amount of opportunities LeBron has had. But you know what? That doesn't also make him the greatest, because he's had that many opportunities and he's lost twice as many times as he's won. And I can't put him as the greatest because of that. When you stack the deck and you're in a conference that you make 8 straight finals and you still only come up with 3 championships, there's no way that you can be the greatest of all time. I'm sorry. And even when LeBron has balled out, he's also had his moments where he's flaked. And I said he lost his greatest of all time title when he flamed out in the 2011 finals. It's just the media have been brainwashing people, saying that LeBron has more than made up for it. No, he lost his opportunity after 2011. It was done. It was done. It was done after that time. You cannot have a flame out like that, Mike, and say that you have a chance to be the greatest. You just can't. I'm sorry. Just not gonna happen.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, there you go, guys. It's just like I say, man. I like LeBron James. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm no LeBron James hater. Not at all. I'm a fan of LeBron James. What I can't get with is when people, they take it too far. Like LeBron himself. LeBron himself took it too far when he self-proclaimed the GOAT. You just don't do that. People, you have to be appointed that recognition has to be given to you by the greats who played this game, by the analysts who spent years, reporting on these games, and the coaches, and they get the right to appoint the GOAT. You don't self-appoint the GOAT. You disrespect a lot of people, the Bill Russells, the Kareems, the Jordans, the Magic Johnsons. You disrespect a lot of people doing that by just saying I was the GOAT. When no, wait a minute. Not to mention that you weren't the fucking GOAT, bro, because again, we can argue. Like, I can accept some people putting LeBron in the top 5. My question would just be, which one of those guys that I named would you put him over? Would it be Michael, Kareem, Magic, Bill Russell, or Wilt Chamberlain? Like, which guy would you put him over? Most people would probably say Wilt, and whatever. I could get that. But when we start talking about the top 3, Get out of here with that LeBron nonsense. Get out of here. He doesn't go past Kareem or Jordan. The only arguable person to Jordan is Kareem. And that's because his collegiate career was as spectacular as his professional career. So, overall basketball player, this man was the master. You see, he created an unstoppable shot, pretty much like Jordan's turnaround fadeaway. That sky hook was unstoppable. He was as dominant as Jordan was in the hole. He has 19 All-Stars and all of this, all of these other accolades like Jordan does. And he was a 5-time league MVP. Jordan only accomplished that feat twice. So, and then Bill Russell, as far as for me being in the top 3, he won 11 damn championships. And so for that reason right there, you have 11 rings. You don't even have 11 fingers. So that man has more rings than fingers to put him. Right. You got to wear 10 on his fingers and 1 around his neck, damn it. Like, I'm not putting LeBron past this type of excellence with,
if it's big enough,
with 3 championships and losing 6 times. You have to win more than you lose, not lose more than you win, period.
Let me just address this real quick. Where Chris says we must give him credit for switching to point guard, right? Not the easiest thing to do. Here's the problem with that, man. I give LeBron James credit for leading the league in assists, and I give him credit for balling with the Lakers, and the Lakers had the best record in the league with ED. Here's the problem. LeBron James has been point forward his entire career. So he's been point forward. So that's that's the thing. I don't give LeBron credit in that aspect because LeBron has been playing the LeBron system his entire career. So when you look at his career, he's averaging anywhere from 7 to 8 assists. The ball is always in his hands for the most part. He dominates the basketball. When you look at all of these other players, man, for the most part, who have been in the tops in assists, some of them have been ball dominant. Most of them have played in the system. And most of them are pass first players. The problem with LeBron is that the media continues to make this narrative that LeBron is a pass first player who's not really a scorer. And I'm saying to myself, how can you be whatchamacallit? What was I saying? I just lost my train of thought. Oh no, wait. I was gonna say, how can you say that you're just a pass first point guard when you're in the top 10 all time in scoring? As a matter of fact, you're 4th all time, and you're about to be 3rd all time passing Kobe. So I don't see that. I see how you make that point.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Hey, real quick, Lewis, give me 1 second here. Everybody on Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. We just wrapping it up over here on the LBFWN, which y'all can come over and join us. But I'm getting ready to shut this stream down. I do appreciate everybody coming over and everybody that watches that playback. Hit that subscribe and that bell icon for me so y'all know when we do these lives. And hit that like on your way in or out. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace out, everybody. Y'all go subscribe to my man, my partner, Lewis Basketball Football Wrestling Network, the LBFWN, because we always getting this basketball thing in. Peace out.
All right. And so, as he was talking real quick, it's funny because Layla told me that my name was too big, so I shortened it down. And Chris comes back and says, and shout out to Chris Toussaint once again, man. I appreciate you for coming here, man. Welcome to the LBFWN family with me and also with D Jefferson, man. I appreciate you for coming through. And shout out to Micaiah Brown earlier, who was from Milwaukee, and she was listening to the stream as me and D were doing the play-by-play. And whatchamacallit, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? We are going to call it. So obviously, smash that like button. But we are going to close this stream out. And I'm going to say once again, so D, I want you to close out the show, and then I'm going to put my little soliloquy on it, man. I enjoyed everybody for coming through. And make sure to stick in tomorrow because I'm going to do some wrestling. Bret the Hitman Hart, Stone
All
Cold
right.
Steve Austin. If you don't know
Okay.
those guys, if you don't know those guys, if you don't know those guys, you're gonna learn about them tomorrow. And so I'm gonna take you guys on a trip to memory lane for all my WWE fans out there. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And I possibly might go live for Nuggets and Sixers just because of that Embiid and Jokic matchup, as I'm looking at. And you got two winning teams right now in conferences. It's funny, two teams that I picked as to who might be the top teams in the first half. Just thinking. And so LeBron is asking me, Layla's asking me what time. I think it's gonna be around probably around 6:30, maybe 7 o'clock. I will put the reminder notification on when I fix the stream. But once again, D Jefferson, my man D Godfather Jefferson, man. Let's close out the show, man.
All right, so look, man, everybody, Chris, Gideon, Layla, Queen Layla, my man Jay. Make sure I ain't forget anybody. Yep, I got everybody over here. And look, man, I appreciate you guys for supporting us. You know, I'll tell y'all guys this. The first ones in the door are always treated the best. I'll make sure that Lewis, when we start adding moderators, that you guys get y'all wrenches. Y'all come on over to Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. You got your wrenches there. But as this channel grows, guys, trust me, you guys are going to be remembered because we're going to be having cash giveaways, prizes, loyalty, fan rewards, and all of that stuff. Y'all part of the Basketball Live with Lewis and D family. And this is how my other live started. Just kind of 2 or 3 people, 4 people hanging out. Next thing I know, that things were just blown out of control. So you guys, we couldn't do it without you. We couldn't do it without you guys hitting those likes and spreading awareness. And we got a lot more coming for you guys. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, LBFWN. And you know, if you like to, you can come subscribe to Speak Your Mind Sports Talk too. Got a lot of content for you. Basketball, boxing, MMA. My man got basketball, football, wrestling. We got it all for you. And we got the basketball combo, the best on YouTube. And the way I always end this thing is for the love of sports. Let's talk about it.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to my man D Jefferson with that closeout. And so I just added some new moderators because Layla has been rocking with me for the longest. So once again, she gets the first wrench. So shout out to her. I gave it to Gideon. Shout out to him. Chris DeSant, I appreciate you for subscribing to the channel. And my brother, you continue to come to these live streams. In due time, I will give you a wrench as a moderator as well. So I just had to give it to some of you guys who have been rocking with me for the longest time in this past year. And shout out to me and D for even reaching over 500 in less than years time, man. It just shows you how much work we put in, how much we appreciate you guys for liking our stuff. And once again, man, I appreciate all of you guys. Like the video.
I got
Subscribe to
one question before you close that, brother. One question before you give that final word. I just thought about something. And shout out to Queen Layla. She definitely deserves a wrench. Definitely, because she always supporting us. But I was just looking at Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. Now I think I'm gray, ain't it, Layla? You see that DI down there, Layla? I'm gray. What the hell is going on?
You know what, Speaking of my sports talk, you need to type right now so I can put a wrench on you, man, because you should have had a wrench a while ago. And I definitely forgot. There we go. Speaking of my sports talk, man, definitely has to put a moderator on that one. Shout out to you. D, congratulations. You have gotten my man wrench. Wrench time.
Okay. There you go. I got a little jealous, sis. Like, damn, I ain't blue. No, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, bro. But y'all, I ain't mean, go ahead, Lewis. Go ahead and finish your thing, bro. I just wanted to pick at you right quick.
No, that's cool, man, and I appreciate that, man. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, this was another fun live stream. We even made it into a regular debate talk, and like I said on this channel, we will have more of that. So it won't just be just basketball, but we will be talking about things like we could talk about dream fantasy lineups. We could talk about teams in the NBA. Like we said, we're going to talk about trades. We're going to talk about injuries. We're going to talk about, free agency. We're gonna be doing Christmas games. We're gonna cover All-Star weekends. All of this stuff, man. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be doing playoffs. Like we're gonna have a lot of fun, man. And like I said, I just see nothing but big things. With me and D and to you guys. And like I said, this is going to be an amazing journey, an amazing ride, and you guys have been a part of it. And I want you guys to continue, man. So, yeah, Layla, he did get me. He got me. He got me. Speaking my sports talk is like that, but I'm gonna get him back though. You know how I do. I don't take that. I don't take that line down. So, you know what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, for my slogan, you already know the deal. As always, man, you already know my motto: pound the chest 3 times, baby. 3 L's, man. Live by the code. Live, laugh, love. Thank you for coming through the stream. Come back tomorrow at 6:30 where we talk some wrestling, and I possibly might do Nuggets and Sixers, working that thumbnail. Definitely stay tuned for Wednesday as we will be on D's channel, Speaking My Sports Talk, where I will be double streaming, and we will be doing Clippers versus Raptors. Kawhi Leonard makes his return to Toronto and he gets his championship ring. So stay tuned for that. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming through the stream. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow and Wednesday. You already know what we do, man. Let's get it, man. So once again, have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys tomorrow, man. So from me and D, peace.
Peace.
Have a wonderful night, guys.